Everybody got a version of me, but this is my truth. Everybody got opinions, never ask me who I am. Read one page, close the book, now they think they understand. They call my kindness weakness, my forgiveness being blind. But I just refuse to let this cold world see my shine. I've been stabbed in the back, still I lead with love. Lost a lot of people, still I look above. I smile through the pressure, I survive the rain. Turn my tears into diamonds, turn my losses into gain. Don't mistake my silence for not seeing. Peep every vibe, every switch, every reason. Real power knows when to leave without making a scene. I'm misunderstood, it's alright, God's still right. Every line, I'm more than labels, more than pain, more than every rumor attached to my name. If you really wanna know me, walk beside me, not behind me, not around me. Yeah, I'm multifaceted, diamonds got more than one side. Some days I'm the storm, some days I'm the sunrise. I make my own choices, I stand on my own feet. Can't nobody live my purpose or rewrite my dreams. God gave me free will, I'm gonna use mine. If I stumble, I get up every single time. I answer to my conscience in heaven above, not strangers who mistake my beat for giving up. I won't scream to fit your comfort, I won't dim to feed your ego. If freedom looks different, then let me be different. Still I'm standing, still believing, still becoming. Maybe if we listen before we judge, we discover we all carry invisible scars. So before you decide who somebody is, learn what they survived. It's all, it's for every soul who's ever felt misunderstood. Misunderstood. Everybody got a version of me, built from moments, not the whole story. You judge the cover before you ever read the pages. People love to tell you who you are without ever asking. They mistake my kindness for confusion, my silence for surrender, my forgiveness for weakness. But I've learned not every battle deserves my fingerprints. I've smiled with tears drying on my face, fed people while my own soul was starving, prayed for hands that once pushed me down, and somehow my heart still chose love. I don't call that weakness, I call that surviving without becoming what tried to destroy me. I've seen betrayal wearing familiar faces. I've heard lies spoken with perfect smiles. I notice everything. I just refuse to lose myself, trying to expose everybody else. I'm misunderstood because people hear the answer, not to understand. They see one moment and write a lifetime. One mistake and erase 1,000 victories. If you really wanna know me, walk beside complicated, I'm layered, there's a difference. Some days I'm healing, some days I'm leading, some nights I'm asking God questions only heaven can answer. I don't fit your labels, never wanted the boxes. We're built to keep people comfortable, not free. I stopped shrinking to make room for people who never planned to stay anyway. God gave every one of us free will, so why do people get angry when I use mine? I make good choices, bad choices too. I loan every lesson because they're mine. Nobody carries my cross, nobody hears my prayers, nobody knows how many nights I rebuilt myself. Before the sun came up, so don't confuse my confidence with arrogance. It was expensive, I paid for it with pain. I am soft because life couldn't harden me. I am gentle because bitterness didn't win. I'm still loyal, still hopeful, still choosing peace in a world that profits from division. Maybe that's rare, maybe that's why people don't understand me. I'm misunderstood, not because I'm hiding, because most people only see what confirms what they already believe. But if you slow down and listen without trying to fix, judge, or compare, you might discover we aren't so different after all. So before you decide who somebody is, ask yourself, did you know their story or just their struggle? Because the strongest souls don't always look strong. Sometimes they just keep loving after every reason to stop. Yeah. Listen. Can you feel it? Something shifted. The air don't feel the same. Too many masks falling. Too many truths walking in the daylight. Justice being patient. Now she's knocking at every door. Let's go! It's over. It's over. Yeah. It's over. What's hidden always finds the sunlight. What's planted in darkness always grows toward the light. Yeah. It's over. The tide done turned. The whole world finally starting to discern. We cried, we built, we stood, we healed. Now look at what refusing to quit revealed. It's over. Funny how silence got louder than the lies. Funny how fake smiles couldn't survive real eyes. Everybody wanted power, nobody wanted truth. Now accountability, walking in expensive boots. Used to laugh, used to mock, used to throw stones. Now everybody scrambling, trying to protect thrones. See, light don't argue, it just shines. Truth don't rush, it arrives on time. Receipts don't disappear, energy don't lie. Everything eventually meets the most high. No shortcuts, no cheating, no editing. History, what's done in the shadows always becomes somebody's testimony. Can you feel that? The atmosphere changing, people protecting peace instead of entertaining, healing replacing hate, purpose replacing fame, the culture waking up, nothing feeling the same. It's over. No more pretending. It's over. A new beginning. Too bright, can't dim that light. Justice showed up, now everything's sitting right. It's over. The season changed, the energy rearranged. One chapter closed, another one raised. It's over. From neighborhoods to timelines, From classrooms to front lines, people standing taller, speaking with intention, learning every platform carries real consequences. Less tearing people down, more lifting people up, less chasing empty cloud, more building real trust. Every grandmother praying, every father staying, every child dreaming, every voice saying enough hiding, enough dividing, enough pretending everything alright when people die. And the next generation watching every move we make, let's leave them something stronger than another fake debate. Hey, 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 hey. Who we are? The truth. What we want. Justice. How we move. Forward. How we lead. Together. Boom. Justice. How we move. Forward. How we lead. Together. Boom. Ain't no victory lap, it's a healing march. Everybody carrying visible and invisible scars. Some lost family, some lost hope, some almost gave up, barely stayed afloat. But look now, the sun's still rising, the future looking brighter, the vision getting wider. Real ones never folded, never sold they souls. Stay 10 toes while the pressure made them gold. Now respect, sounding louder than gossip. Character worth more than popularity. Integrity becoming the new luxury. That's the flame. No revenge, just grow. No hate, just hope. No bitterness, just wisdom. No fear, just vision. This the dawn of another chapter. Built stronger, built wiser, built together. It's over. Darkness couldn't hold us. It's over. The truth finally showed us who we are, who we can be. What happens when people choose unity? It's over. Fear don't own us. Love still growing. Justice still flowing. Keep your head high. Keep your light bright. The dawn of a new era starts tonight. They counted us out, but they never counted on the truth. The world changing. One voice, one family, one act of courage at a time. Golden Queen. This ain't the ending, it's the beginning. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl Golden, and I am back with another live, y'all. It is a bit late, and no, it is not the typical content that we do over here, y'all. But I just wanted to come and have a conversation and talking about a few things that have been really heavy on my heart and my spirit. And I think I just wanted to clarify a few things because we know how these YouTube streets can be. They start saying things, child people start speculating, they don't really fully understand, they don't take the time to get to know. And so, it's all cool in the gang. I know it comes with the program, but I want to make it very clear, right, on this live this evening about, and you can see what the title says, where Golden stands, right? I would hope that if people pay close enough attention, you could see by now over a period of time what it is that I really stand for, what's important to me, and what I am working towards when it comes to my platform, my activism, whatever it is you want to title it, right? We'll get into all of that. Y'all, it's about 8:01 p.m. here Eastern time in the Carolinas in the United States. So I know it's late here for me, so it's probably a lot later for other people as well. So if anybody is chiming in that's on the later, time zone or whatnot, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and have a deep conversation tonight. And it's off the rip. You know what I mean? There are some videos that I am going to show and play because I just think that adds context to a lot of the things that I'm talking about. Um, but yeah, I just really wanted to just speak from the heart and from the mind this evening. Because it's been a lot of things that's been bothering me. It's been a lot of tug of war that I've been going through. And I also have, a lovely person here with me, y'all. Y'all know Golden Queen, but we also have Golden Goddess, aka Nafisa. And so she's here with me to have this conversation together. Like I said, it's an open panel. So if anybody wants to join, y'all just let me know in the chat. And you're more than welcome to come up. I believe these type of conversations need to be held and had amongst, a diverse, group of people, like people from different backgrounds and with different mindsets and things of that nature. That's the only way we're going to move forward, y'all. We have to talk to each other. We have to have these conversations. And that's what I'm doing tonight. Nafisa can't stay for too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring her on up and out, um, up to the stage and whatnot, and we'll go ahead and we'll probably do our chit chat together first, and then when she have to leave, or even as she's here, if anybody else wants to join, it's just I know she doesn't have much time because she got a few things going on. And I think you traveling, girl. I don't know, Nafisa, you over there? What's up, girl?
Can you hear me, girl?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let me turn your volume up real quick though. Hold up, cause your volume kind of low, boo. All right, let's get it up to right here. All right, go.
Is it better?
Yes, that's a lot better. We can hear you
Okay.
now, girl.
Okay, yeah. I'm here. I'm chilling. What's on your heart? What's
The sound went out. Hold on, let me see it, y'all, because StreamYard be acting a daggone fool. I'm trying to get this thing. I think I'm gonna have to use something else moving forward. I don't know if I can continue with StreamYard.
I'm sorry.
Maybe. Oh no, was that you or
No,
StreamYard? I don't
no,
know.
no, 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 that wasn't StreamYard. My phone updated today on its own, and all my settings are off. So I have to keep on making sure that I don't get out of
Oh,
here.
okay. All right.
Anyway,
Well, how
anyway,
are you doing? How are you? How are you doing? How you feeling? Where you been? What you been up to? What's the tea? Michelle, people love them some golden goddess. And they've been looking for you, girl. Where you been at? What you doing?
oh man, I miss all of y'all. I might have to pop out and pop back in again because it's doing it like every 30 seconds now. So I'm gonna
Oh,
pop out and pop right
yeah.
back in. But,
Okay. No problem.
but right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, love you, girl. All right.
All right. I see you in a bit. Yeah, Shane might be acting
I have
weird,
to fix
y'all.
this. I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. It be like that. But yeah, so what's up, Split? What's up, Lacey? What's up, Polo? How you doing? Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all for joining. I just wanted to have a conversation this evening, and I don't know if it's anybody that's listening in the cut or listening in the bushes, and they may want to take some of the things that I'm saying this evening back and make them content or controversy, whatever it is, that they see fit to do with it. I can't control that, but all I can control is what I'm going to speak about from my heart. And when it comes to my character and where I stand, literally, not just on this YouTube channel and this YouTube platform, but where I stand in life, right? Um, and I don't know if anybody watches my content. I know there's some people out there that do. And I really appreciate y'all for doing that. And we appreciate y'all for supporting the channel, and I typically I'm here with Imani, my co-host or whatnot. She was busy today. She had some appointments and things she had to catch up with. And so she wasn't able to join. And of course it's late. It's 8 p.m. for me. So it's even later for her. So sometimes our time zones don't, correlate or whatnot. Um, But one of the things that I really wanted to talk about and dive into is things that I report on almost every single day on my platform. Right, I report on politics, I report on history, Black history, global history. Um, we talk about injustices. We talk about things that are bringing what is happening to us as a people to the forefront. Right, whether it's within our political structures, and governmental systems, or just how we engage with one another on, a day to day basis and even on a virtual platform. And one of the things that I just feel like that I'm seeing that I haven't lived, right? Because we are not our ancestors. Our ancestors have lived through these things before, and a lot of them are no longer with us, but we have heard the stories. We do understand the precedent of where our ancestors' minds have been, where they have stood, as far as when it comes to race issues, when it comes to injustices, and just wanting to fight for a better tomorrow for the future, which is us. We are the future. This is what our ancestors wanted, and this is what we equally are going to have to fight as hard for as well if we care about the future of even our children and our youth, right? So now we have the baton and we have to run with it. And I feel like sometimes, like, the choices and the decisions that you have to make sometimes when you have a vision of what you see that to be is sometimes misunderstood on all sides of the spectrum. And when I say spectrum, I'm not talking about, anything like that. I'm saying all sides of the fence. Maybe all sides of the fence is a better phrase to use. And I know that I've been getting a lot of backlash, right, from like everywhere and everybody, right? Because they can't understand, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? Why are you here? Why are you there? What is this? You know what I mean? Like, why are you talking to this person? Why are you talking to that person? What exactly is your motive? What are you trying to do? And so I want to make it very clear. This is a YouTube platform. I understand what a YouTube platform is, and I understand what it is to be a content creator, right? But what I am trying to do with my platform is I can't necessarily be boots on the ground and, front line when it comes to activism and fighting for peace and unity in the world, right? Amongst all races and people and things like that. So I said, if I can't necessarily do that, out in the streets, if I have this platform and I can turn it into being a voice that mirrors my voice, my heart, my mind, my feelings, right? To try and get a message across so we can have a better world, a better unity, a better tomorrow, so our children can grow up in a different environment, then that is what I am choosing to use my platform for. I can use my platform to tear people down. I can use my platform to expose people. I can use my platform to cuss people out each and every day. Now, every now and then, I may have to get some people together. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't choose to do that every day, and I really don't desire to do it at all. But I also don't let people play in my face, and so I have chose to use my platform to bring awareness, to bring education, to bring history, to bring love, to bring light, to bring unity, and all of those things. And I know because that's something that I guess within this sector is very like foreign, right? Because that don't typically happen in this sector, right? Or other sectors adjacent. But they like, yo, this the eyeball out that's out here trying to bring positivity and unity and like, people won't get it. And I'm gonna understand that you're not gonna get it. And that's okay that you don't get it. But I'm trying to show you. And I'm not saying I'm nobody. I'm just some little person who has a YouTube channel, just like anybody else can have a YouTube channel. And I decided that I wanted to bring use to my channel, to my voice, to the content that I make and the time that I spend on this platform. And that's what I've decided to do. And a lot of the choices that I make, right, on this platform is not easy, right? Because we living in a world and we living in a society where it almost is a division. like you have to pick a side. If it seems like you're leaning too much to one side, then you're over there, and you're out, and you're a sellout, and you're all things. If it seems that you're leaning too much to the other side, then same thing. So it's like it's almost damned if you do and damned if you don't. But I don't accept that. I decline that and I send that back to sender. Because I believe that the truth in the matter is for us to fix any of these issues that we are having in this world and in this society. It's going to take people that's going to have to stand on the line and take the shots, and I'll take them. I'll take them. It's okay. If you hate me, if you don't understand me, it's okay. I know what my mission is. I know what my calling is. I know what God told me in my heart. And I know that this world is supposed to be unified. It's not supposed to be separated. It's not supposed to be segregated. And we're not going back to those days, right? And so a lot of the reasons that I move and I operate the way I do is because I see that vision of unity amongst us as a people. But I also see the vision that they are trying to take us back to the past, to where we are segregated, where our kids may be drinking out of separate water fountains. Okay. And our ancestors did not want that for us. And so this could be a deeper conversation. I don't know if it's too deep for people. If y'all can respect, if y'all can understand where I'm coming from, I really appreciate it. But that's literally where I'm coming from with it, as far as my energy. And I understand that when you try to unite the two fronts, there's going to be pushback on both sides, right? It's not going to be easy. You're going to be hated by both. Because let's be very clear. We have to understand there are some people that are of other races that don't mean well for us as the black race and black people. And they show it and they, speak it and they act it. And we have to call it out and we have to stomp it out. We do. And I'm willing to do that. And I do that when I have to do it. But I know that there's other people from other races that don't mean us any harm, that we can connect with, we can unite with, and we can be a united front. And when I choose to do the work that's necessary to find that out, right? To sniff that out, to really like pay attention to that, then I know that my people are going to look at me side eye like, yo, I can't believe you over there like this, and you talking to this one, and you talking to that one, and you spending time with that. It's a process. And it's a process that goes deeper than a social media platform. And that's what I think people don't understand. The mission that I am on is deeper than social media. It's not just about a YouTube channel. It's not just about subscribers. It's not just about clicks and views for me. This is a movement. This is a walk of life that I'm doing because I want to see the world tomorrow and the next day and the next day and in days to come, especially when my son grows up in this world, have a better future, right? Have a better experience and a better connection with the world and with people in the world than what we have seen historically and what we're experiencing now and where I see that they're trying to take us back to. And so if we're going to fight against that, if we see where they're trying to take us back to, and we're saying, no, 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 we're not going back. Absolutely not. And we're going to fight against it. That fight is going to look a little brutal. It's going to look a little confusing, right? A lot of people may not understand it. Okay. And then we also have to understand, you have to fully understand, titles and things get thrown around at people because they are disliked. But if you know the true definition and what it is that resides under that title, then you may just look at it differently before just throwing that out there because you in your feelings and your emotions and you want to attack somebody because you just don't like them. I've had titles thrown at me because people don't like me. None of those titles are true. Nothing that they said as far as those titles are true at all. I've had titles that was thrown on my child that is 3 years old. I have titles that was thrown on my mother that is a fine wine elderly woman with ailments and sicknesses. It doesn't mean that it's true because somebody throws a title on you. People are misunderstood because a lot of time we don't take the time to get to know one another well enough. But I don't want to talk too much because I know Nafisa is here and I want to let her speak a few minutes before she has to go because I know she doesn't have much time. So Nafisa, based off of what I said so far and what you have heard, do you have some things you want to add? And can you add to this conversation with me a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, I think all the things that you said is very valid, and I just want to acknowledge your calmness. And I'm really seeing like, and I'm not trying to sound like, oh, I'm this or I'm like, but I'm really seeing like a positive change in you. And you have to understand that in order to look, people who do things for passion, a lot of times in the beginning it's hard and you're not the popular one. You're not like the jock at school. You're not like the basketball player people. You know what I mean? You're not the one that's out there doing all of that. Sometimes you may get caught up, but you're learning and you're maturing. And don't worry, you will get there and you're going to figure like, and the people that actually care about you, like Imani, just like the people that are out there that care are going to be there for you. Just like in the beginning, this will be like maybe the third time I've said this small story on the channel. In the beginning, when it was really bad, when it was treacherous, when a lot of this behavior shocked you and you were crying and you wanted to know, sorry, guys, Paul. And and you said, "Are you real? Are you one of them?" And I said, "I can't prove that to you, but only time will tell." And yours has okay, so I'm gonna have to come back. I'm gonna have to come. But can you do a text while you're on the channel? Can you text while you're on the channel?
Yeah. What's going on?
Okay, okay. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I have to make a text right now. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. So okay. Okay. So I'm gonna. Am I gonna have to go out? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go out in order to do that. Yeah, I am gonna have to close it because I can't get in.
Are you having technical
No,
difficulties?
I'm not having technical difficulties. I just have to shoot a text. I'm out now. I'm out.
Oh,
Oh no,
okay.
no, I'm not.
Just mute it and text. Okay. But anyway, so what I was saying is, y'all, it's not very easy. You know what I mean? If that's the side that you're choosing to take, if that's the walk that you're choosing to make, there's always going to be somebody on one side that's going to be upset. There's going to be somebody on the other side that's going to be upset. And they're not going to understand how you move and how you operate. You have a vision, you know what you're doing, but other people may not see it that way. And a lot of the times, other people don't see it how you see it because their vision is different. Their feelings, their emotions are different. And I'm also a person that's very open and understanding when it comes to that as well. But however, it's just sometimes hard when like you try to take everybody's emotions and feelings, and that's a weight that's on your shoulders as well, right? Like, because you don't want to disappoint anybody, you don't want to let anybody down, you don't want to hurt anybody, you don't want anybody to think that like you're not genuine or you're not, on their side, or really being about what you speak about. And because there's so many different perceptions of what the moves you make and the things you do could be, it makes people side eye and question.
I'm
And
back just to
also,
let you know.
okay, hold on. And so one of the things as well that makes that very hard as well is because we have these platforms that have been around for a long time. And there's always new content creators coming along. There's seasoned content creators that are already here, and they've been through things, right? They've been through things. They fought through things. They made it through things, and sometimes it can leave them jaded and biased. You know, when it comes to seeing somebody who may be moving a certain type of way that looks similar to somebody else who was moving that type of way that was in their life that caused them destruction. And they don't understand your movement, and the way you're moving has nothing to do with how that person moved in their life that was trying to cause them destruction. It may seem similar, but it's not similar. You don't understand because, a lot of times on this platform, people are in and out, and they don't really take the time to like really converse with you, spend time with you and get to know you and understand what your movement is, what your, intentions are, and things like that. And so, they can only pull from their past experiences. If something attaches or seems similar to some of the past experiences they've been through, then now they automatically throw you in the box with that. Like, you're this type of person, and you're moving like this, and I've been through this before. Watch people like this. Like, we have to be careful of doing that, right? We have to be careful of putting, other people that we're just meeting, especially new people that we're just meeting for the first time, in boxes based off of our own traumas and our own biases and jaded mindset because of things that we've experienced and been through in the past. If we continue to do that as a people, we'll never be able to move forward. It's always going to keep you on a backward spiral. And so that's one of the things, that has stood out to me. Like, when I've been on this platform, what I have noticed, and I get it, I give people empathy and sympathy for having those knee jerk reactions, because I understand a lot of the things that people have been through on this platform is very traumatic, right? And I can understand that certain things that remind them of another traumatic experience that they've been through or look similar to that is going to set off signals in their mind like, oh God, I've been through this before. I've been around somebody like this before. And yeah, nope, I don't want nothing to do. I get it. It's called PTSD. It's PTSD. And you wouldn't think that just being on a social media platform will cause you PTSD. But let's be very clear. The PTSD didn't come from the social media platform. The PTSD came from our lives. We came to the social media platform with PTSD because of things that we have experienced when we were young, right? When we were children, when we were growing up, when we was in high school, when we was in middle school, things that we've been through in our hoods, in our communities, and all of that. We already walk around with PTSD. That means we walk around with baggage. Just like Erica Badu said, bag lady, you gonna lose your bag. Okay. We walk around with that, but we don't see it until it's mirrored back to us, until somebody points it out, or until we get the proper help that we need to get. And I'm not judging nobody because y'all, I go to therapy. I've been to therapy. I know therapy is necessary. So ain't nothing wrong with it. Sometimes you might have to sit down and talk to somebody. Sometimes you might need to sit down and pray and get it all the way together. But I'm telling you, for real, us as a people, no matter what race we are, we have had experiences. These experiences have led us to have PTSD. We have a lot of other conditions as well. But I'm not no medical advisor, so I'm not speaking on that in no medical standpoint. I'm just saying we all walk around with stuff. We walk around with baggage. And when we come to these platforms, even if we setting up channels and we want to talk to people and connect with people, we have to understand that as we connecting with all different people all over the big beautiful globe, that's all different races, all different backgrounds, all different mindsets. Our mindsets sometimes can get in the way of us fully connecting and understanding a person because of the PTSD that we carry, right? Because of the biases that we carry, because of the jadedness that we have in our lives that we carry. It's a real thing. And that's why, I used to talk about, and I used to do some other content on my other channel. I'll start doing it again. Where I used to play some, I thought it was really good content where it's like there's things that break this stuff down for us, right? When it comes to these things like PTSD, um, going through your mourning, right? You lost somebody, now you're mourning, you're in bereavement and things like that. Like, we all are dealing with things on a different level. And we walk around with those things. A lot of time we walk around with scars, unhealed, bleeding out, oozing out sometimes, patched up badly. Like, but thinking we okay because we can just put some peroxide, some alcohol, and put some gauze on it, and now it's okay. But deep down, it's getting infected. You know what I mean? Like, we don't always pay attention to the stuff that we got going on, and then we go out here in this world and we try to communicate and connect with other people, but we all messed up. We messed up ourselves, right? So when we trying to connect with other people, it's just like there's going to be a disconnect when it comes to that. There's going to be issues and back and forth and pushback when it comes to that, because we all got something. We all got something. It's not one of us that can say that we don't have something. And
Yeah, I
I
hear you, girl.
Lisa, you go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
No, yeah. Oh, those are the geese. They're flying by. Those are the geese. Okay, so yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, experience of anything makes you better, and sometimes the experience is going through these sort of things. And just like you said, you're not doing it for the popularity and stuff like that. Sometimes we have a ball on here. We used to do games, and there's a lot of things we have to start doing again, you know? And and I think that you have a channel that's very diverse as far as like the information and the people that come here. We just you, us, the channel. I'm sure the people who come here, we don't care about your color, but whoever you are, we want you to be a good person. And we know that people make mistakes, and we need to give each other grace sometimes, but sometimes we don't. Sometimes the best thing to do is not give grace. And I think in these days we have to start figuring out when to not give grace and when to give grace. But that's for the individual. I think that's the problem that I see with a lot of these grown folks out here, that they want you to do what they want you to do instead of like someone figuring something out. And a lot of times when someone is trying to warn you, they're going to be right about 90% of the time, because the reason why most people warn you is because they know about something that happened. And sometimes when people warn you, it's because you don't even need to be warned, and you don't know like who that person is. And that's what you said earlier about the PTSD. That's the PTSD, when you don't know who someone is. That's what you have to become good at, because it is so easy for me to see. Some people kind of trick me a little bit, but it's so easy to see who people are on here. So you know what I mean? Like it really is easy. And just because you know who someone is and it's not something that you prefer, it doesn't mean that you have to condemn them all the time. It doesn't. But that's me. Some people, they feel like that's their job. They're gonna get up in the morning, they're gonna condemn, they're gonna talk about this, and
Right.
this is how people are. This is what they think about when they wake up in the morning. Like, and it's
Mhm.
like that's the I don't want to change them. If they think that that's what's making if they think that that's giving them quality within their life, let them do it. But I feel like I know better. I feel like that's not going to give you quality. But if you feel like it's giving you quality because maybe it's giving you a couple of bucks here and there, and sometimes it gets people thousands of bucks. But what you're saying is that you're not that type. And what I think is that in the long run, you're going to start realizing how trivial this stuff is. You're going to start picking up on the AI, on the different agents, on the different programs you can get into. Soon you're going to really get tired of this. And I think that that time is now. And you're going to like really start picking up, knowing that you have to have channels out there. It's not about just having like this one big channel. You got to put it out there. You're learning. And that's what it's about at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, when you're jaded and you just hate everybody and you can't trust anybody, that's not smart either. But it's also not smart to keep on trusting someone that shows you that they don't trust you. And for whatever reason, if they can't trust your faults, because I know you have faults, but some people can get past that. And some people don't have that kind of connection with another person to be able to forgive them for their fault. And sometimes people's faults, the wounds are just too great. And you just can't get past that because it's not smart to try to get past that, especially when you're, trying to get into a better place energetically and in every kind of way that you can. And that's what everybody's trying to do anyway, but some people aren't. And you can see that. And when they show you that, I think you should see it. And sometimes you will have to defend yourself, but when you don't pick that battle. We can get through it. It's always stuff to do. And it's sad what people need to feel. I've learned a lot. Like I've really learned a lot about this sector. And I think that's what really helps is when you really learn. Because it's deep out here. We got to keep our head on a swivel out here at all times. And I think that you're lucky and blessed when you do find someone that you know that you can just be yourself. But you know that you can be yourself when you can be yourself around that person. You get what I mean? When you really can be yourself around a person, know that you can say whatever and it's going to be comfortable. That's cool. Sometimes the things that people say that they want to be comfortable with is offensive. And then
Right,
you can't rock with that person. You just know,
right,
like, I can't rock with that. That's not my spirit. That's not my energy. And some people, they like, oh, yeah, you savage. Some people like that and they want to be around that. And so when you see that, you don't have, we don't gotta, we don't have to, uh, just because someone else likes something that you don't like, we could let them rock without condemning them as long as they're not putting you in danger, doxing you, trying to um, destroy your channel or anything like that, and you're minding your business. I feel like it should be okay, even if somebody wants to talk crap here and there. That's fine. That like for me, I don't want to tell someone else how to be, but I feel like that's a good way to be. If someone's not really assaulting you, insulting your character, you know.
right. Like defamation, insulting your character,
Mhm.
lying on you, like that's my non-negotiables. And so people have to understand, like when we all come, around each other in a social media space or whatnot, or a social space period, like there are boundaries that we have. A lot of people like to try and say that I have no boundaries. They call me a doormat. They say that I just let people walk all over me and do whatever and say whatever. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like if you really actually knew me, you would know that that's clearly not true. Like I don't know where you pulled that from or how you came up with that perception of me, but that's crazy because that's absolutely not how I operate. I just have different non-negotiables and boundaries because I'm typically a cool person and a lot of small things I just let fly because it's just not that important to me. But the most important things to me is defamation. I don't like defamation of character at all. Do not lie about my character and who I am as a person because I've worked very hard to be who I am as a person. Okay. I am 35 years old. It took me a long time to get to where I'm at. And a lot of the principles and things that are instilled in me have come from people that I truly respect, such as my grandmothers, right? And my aunts and my ancestors. And so I have, and I walk around with those morals. Okay. So as far as defaming my character and saying certain things that I know truly is not real about me because I was never raised to be that way. So I don't carry myself that way. That bothers me and it rubs me the wrong way and it kind of gets me angry. I also don't like when people lie on me, right? And they say that I have done something that I didn't do, or I'm in a position or doing this, and I'm not doing that at all. I'm just over here living my best life, spending time with my family and my man, and that's it. So those are like my non-negotiables. I don't like when people lie about me, and I don't like when they defame my character. Anything else, if you want to make fun of me, you want to say my teeth is crooked, My edges is thin. If you want to say I wear wigs all day long, whatever it is you want to say when it comes to that, hee ha ha. That's funny. It's nothing I've never heard before, and it's nothing that I probably will never hear again. I don't care about any of that because that's not important, right? What's important to me is my character and my morals. And I know what they are, and I work hard to have them and keep them in place where they belong. And so anybody coming against that or trying to defame that or, tear that down, that's what really bothers me. Don't speak on things about me that you have no idea about, right? And there's also this conception of weakness, right? You are deemed to be a weak person because you choose forgiveness. You are deemed to be a weak person because you choose to move forward, right? And not live in anger and hostility and, nasty work each and every day of your life. Like waking up thinking about what you can say mean and negative and nasty about somebody else to tear them down and make them feel bad about themselves. This is what a lot of people wake up and do, literally, or stay up late and do, literally. And it's just not something that serves me. I don't want to do that all day, every day, in the wee hours of the morning or the late hours at night, thinking about how I can make somebody else feel bad about themselves, how I can, sketch out or make an AI character to humiliate that person, thinking about how I can say things to make that person cry. Why? Why would I do that? For what? Even if the people have not been great to me, I still don't see the need to give that level of energy back because the pendulum swings both ways. And if we don't stop it from swinging, if we don't hop off the hamster wheel, then we're not going to have any difference or change moving forward in our lives. If we just keep the same hamster wheel of toxicity going round and round and round, we're just going to get dizzy with toxicity. So, no, I don't choose to do those things when people come at me. Some people may say, well, child, I'm going for the jugular. That's okay. I don't judge you for doing that, but don't judge me for not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like I don't get that. Like people will say, yeah, that's how I'm going to respond to this. Okay, cool, do it. But if I don't respond the way you respond, don't come at me. Don't drag me. Don't make me look out, look to be something lesser than because I just don't respond to it the way you do. That's weird to me. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, look, I think like it's a difference between being a doormat and just really just wanting to like give people another chance and another chance and another chance. Being a doormat is more like you never fell out with that person. You just let them just do things over and over. As soon as like you do let somebody back in, when they mess up, you say something. And that's the problem. You say something. You don't just be a doormat. If you were, you would be talking to them all the time. You know what I mean? The problem is that with certain people, they really need to see that another person is the way that they are in order for there to be a true separation and a true just let go. Sometimes you just have to let go and let it be. But you have to understand that people are gonna bring your name. Like it's gonna happen, but as long as you don't let it bother you too much, talk about the things you want to talk about.
I mean,
It'll die.
it's okay.
It'll die down. It'll die down.
I've gotten used to it now, but it's just like I see the people they sit there and they feel as though they have some right to speak or talk about the choices that I make in my life. But my question is, what are the choices that you make in your life? My question is, why do you make the choices? Like, and I could get real nasty with it. I could get real low down and dirty and sleazy with it, but I choose not to. Right? I just let these people go on about their life, go on about their way, do what they gonna do. But it's always all of this like judgment when it comes to my choices and what I do. Why does it bother you? Why does it rub you the wrong way? You don't care about me because you don't know enough about me. You don't rock with me. So why are you talking about me? That type of stuff is like weird to me. Now, people who really care about me and that's in my corner and rock with me, then I will listen to them when they say, yo, girl, we need to talk. I will listen to you. But these other outsiders that have stuff to say sitting from the window seat, no, no, no. You don't get to talk about anything that I do and choices that I make, and you on the outside looking in. You have no idea who I am, how I operate, and why I do so. So please don't open up your mouth and don't comment on that because I'm telling you for real. I'm trying to be really, really nice. I'm trying to elevate my life. I'm trying to be a better person. I don't want to go there with these people. But it's just like they have all of these questions. And the thing is, what really speaks volume, you don't really care how I operate and how I respond towards these people. All you really care about is the fact that you hate the person and you want everybody else to equally hate that person and dogpile on that person the same way that you do. And when people don't do it the way that you do it, and to the level that you do it, now you calling them weak. Now you calling them a doormat. Now you calling them stupid. Like, come on. If you want to be nasty work and you want to continue to operate the way you operate, have at it. That's a you problem, not a me problem. Don't speak on me and how I choose to move and operate and navigate through things in my life. That is weird to me. It's very weird. And the main people who have a lot to say about that are people that's probably like twice my age. And I think that's pitiful. It's really pitiful because you haven't figured it out by now. Who is twice my age sitting up here wanting to drag other young people for filth for days and days at a time? Sitting up here making nasty looking cartoons of people for days and days at a time. Is that the epitome of maturity? And that's one segment of some of the things that I'm talking about on this live. I have a whole nother segment of some things that I'm going to talk about in this live because I understand that we're in a race war right now. And that's something that's drawing us apart as a people. But it's something we got to talk about because it's serious. It's happening. It's been orchestrated from the top and it's trickling down. And now it has reached YouTube and social media spaces. So, yeah, that needs to be talked about in a serious way. There's a race war, a serious race war happening right now amongst all the other wars that we're dealing with simultaneously, such as civil wars everywhere, world wars across the globe, spiritual wars, evil versus good. We're fighting multiple wars at the same time, and nobody is really coming equipped with the proper tools to fight. So we're going to get knocked down on one way or the other, in one lane or the other. Everybody needs to pay attention. Open up your eyes, pay attention.
Okay.
We are at war, and you need to be prepared for every single war that we have to fight against, wherever it is that you are. Prepare yourself. Bring your toolbox. Bring your mental space. Make sure it's straight and aligned because we are fighting hard right now, fighting hard against multiple principalities.
I shared your live. Maybe somebody might chat. I just want you to know that they're a friend if because I shared your live.
Oh, thank you, girl. I appreciate you for
Well,
sharing. Welcome, everyone. I
yeah.
know it's some new people that I'm seeing here that I haven't seen before. So, welcome. I appreciate you all for coming in and spending a little bit of your time this evening here with us. And you're always welcome to come. We do talk about deep things over here on this platform, such as this, what we're speaking about right now. So, I hope you like the conversation and maybe you'll check out some of the other content and come back around. But thank you all so much for joining.
Yeah,
What's up, Spirit?
I can't wait until we get into some more. There's so many great topics out there.
We
I'm really excited about the live from Monday. I really hope that you come. I'm going to I need your help with it because I think that you are really good at the stuff that you do, the stuff that's important that you do. And I just wanted to remind, people of that. And I've never done a live of my own before. I'm invited to another channel and they're going to be doing some other political stuff. I love the way that this person thinks. And
Wow.
yeah, it's gonna be really, and I can't wait until you help me with the outline. Like maybe we could, go on the StreamYard, not live, but just um, so we can like share the screen and you can like show me because I want to learn how to do a clip, or I might have to just like do timestamps, but I do want to have like the proper questions and everything lined up. I'm I, I have a
Don't
I,
worry, girl. Don't worry, girl. I
okay.
got you. I got you.
But
Yeah,
like
I need to get my thoughts in order and stuff like that. So I have like a good little formula that
you
I
are
came up.
good at that. You really
I'm
are. I can't wait until we start doing fun stuff again too, because I have like a lot of my stuff, like the makeup and a lot of like the different things that I'm doing like in order. So
yeah.
I can't wait to do that. And I want to show you. I would love to show you my new label and stuff. My new the
Oh, I
I'm
like
gonna be
that.
yeah, I made a new label for the business, and I want to like show you, and it's there's a and I want to show you what I did, how I started my business, so I can help you
Mhm.
start your own. So and then
Yeah.
you can be like my little guinea pig, and then we can cross promote from each other on
Sure.
anonymous channel and on anonymous channels and stuff. So
It's
yeah.
always good to cross promote.
Yeah, so you're
Shout out to
crossing. Yeah,
you. About
yeah.
you could be my little guinea pig.
That's what.
Now.
Yeah, I
I'll
need your help. I'm like, I was trying to do it last night, and I didn't know how to get on the Discord. So then he used like this other thing called like Ninja Photo or Ninja. Like, it's called Ninja something. If you look it up on Gemini, it'll tell you. But I was like, you know what? I don't mind being your guinea pig because I know I want to start doing this too. And we weren't even supposed to be talking about what we were talking about because we ended up talking about like what's the shape of the earth, and what we were talking about was like God, and like we were talking about like the Bible and like the different stories that are in there, and breaking like stuff down about the way people think and how religion, how the brain is, and just all kinds of stuff. And then we ended up getting to like the earth, and so he's dedicating Monday to that, and he's like, you better have your information, so I'm a little nervous, but it's a good excitement of things like people that are talking about things that I think about, and that I think that you're just very diverse in the way that you have a variety of things you like to talk about, and you might even want we could even talk about it on do a live on your channel on it. I love this kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, girl. Talk about all different types of things. Like I'm very multifaceted, and
Hmm.
I just hope that like people can understand that. Unfortunately, in this sector and around these people, it's like it's always some type of beef or drama or something like that, and so most people get a perception of you when you're in fight mode because people put you in a position where you have to fight all the time, and that's one thing that I don't shy down from is a fight. Like if I'm falling out with somebody or somebody disrespecting me or they talking crazy about my kids and my family and my mother, yeah, I'm gonna pop out and you're gonna hear a little bit of this mouth. Period. That's just what it's gonna be. Because that's just how I was raised and that's my background. But if people knew me well enough, they will understand that. And if they knew me even more well enough, they will understand that I don't really desire to do those type of things. I really am like, like I don't know what they would call it, like a geek, a dweeb, a cornball, whatever it is. I don't even like those titles, but I'm just saying, those are the things that people can allude it to. But I love to read. I love to research. I love to just talk about weird and crazy, odd topics and things. It's fun for me, right? Like that's what I do. And yes, I'm a little black girl from the hood, but I still enjoy doing all of those things as well. So just because I'm a little black girl from the hood who grew up in the hood, and I can sometimes, get a little bit about it. It doesn't mean that I desire to live my life that way. You know what I mean? Or continue. to be that way all the time. It's just these people will push you into, getting back into that characteristic. And I have a lot of different hats that I wear. And sometimes I have to throw that hat on and I have to get out there with the boxing gloves on, and I got to do what I got to do. But outside of that, child, I just be living my regular best life, nice and chill, nice and cool, nice and calm. I don't be having a fight. I don't fight in my real life, right? Because I don't be around people that's like that. But on this virtual media, social space, it's like you find yourself being in spaces with people that's like you probably would have to fight on the streets, honestly. And then it's just like, yo, I typically know when I see those people on the streets, like, yo, not to say that I'm scared of them, but I don't want nothing to do with them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want nothing to do with the likes of those type of people, because that's the only energy that's going to be brought to your life, being around those type of people. Sometimes you get fooled into being around people like that, because they'll give off one persona, but really deep down, there's something different. So, you can get fooled into, being around some of these people on this virtual media space. But outside of that, girl, I just be kicking and chilling and having a good time and living my best life. Like that's really it. Until people get disrespectful and they go over the line with me and mine. And then you want to see a whole nother side of me. And I remember I heard people saying like a little while ago, and this was a Christian woman, right? She was a church going woman, a Christian woman. And she had a lot to say about my character, right? Like, she never used to be like this. She changed. You're right. I did. And the reason why I did is because you have to protect yourself in the environment that you're in. If you're going through the jungle, right, and you got all these wild animals that's coming at you and about to attack you, right, and you know that you got to defend yourself, you got to defend your child, you got to defend your mother, then you're going to change up, right? You're not just going to be out there like,
Mhm.
oh, everything's great. Let's pick daisies. We can't pick daisies when lions are trying to
Mhm.
attack us. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, I did change temporarily, because I had to fight so much against these beasts and these people that be on this platform. But once
And
all of
and
that
it,
fighting,
they come in different codes. You can feel the energy. You can feel the energy of the people that want you to feel the red flags are people wanting you to feel the way that they feel. If you get along with someone that they don't get along with, that's a true problem. Or they act like it's not a problem at first, but at the end of the day, then they find any little thing to start with you because they've been harboring you being friends with someone that they feel is their op. These things are these mod wars. These things are so very petty and stuff. And I'm telling you, you are going to laugh at this when you see the vastness of space that's out here. Like you're gonna laugh when you look back. You're gonna be like, I can't believe. But you're going to realize that you had to go through this to realize how stupid this stuff is. This is stupid.
exactly. You know what I mean? And I've been doing my trips and stuff like that. And I've been around to a lot of other platforms. And I'm telling you, it's just like when you go into a mattress store and you just lay on the best quality of mattress, and it's so soft and it's so, nice, and you don't have to fight. Nobody in the chat is fighting. Nobody's not getting along or dragging or talking trash about one another. Like, there are channels and sectors out here where you don't have to go through this type of battle war, you know? And so that's my goal. I'm trying to get away. I'm trying to get out. Okay. But as soon as you tell somebody your plans, they'll try and, if they hate you enough, try to keep you from getting to
Don't
that.
tell nobody your
And I
plans, girl.
that
Don't tell nobody your plans. Keep your plans to yourself. You can add little sprinkles here and there, a little glitter drop here or there, but you don't want to. Especially, I mean, it's good for people that care about you, people that want to, but that's for you to discern. You know what I mean? Sometimes you may feel like I might make a choice that's not right. Sometimes I'll see that you're making a choice that's not right. I'm sure you've seen me since we've known each other, okay? I'm sure you've seen me make so many choices that weren't right and that put me in different place. None of us are perfect. You know what I mean? So if someone now what people are having a problem with on this platform is that people are making choices and being deceitful, acting like they're someone that they're not, and then the choices that that person is making because they're connected with them. Now they're a mod. Now they're someone that they're in the Discord. They're doing this. They're doing that. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Then you get into that's what you call cahoots. Then you get into cahoots with these people, and then the choice affects them. And that thing, I feel as though we're think that any of the stuff that has been going on this crazy platform has affected us or have gotten like, yeah, like family. Sometimes like there's little here or there, but nothing really ever got in between us because I never let your
We never let
choices
that
make
happen.
me judge you or ridicule you in any kind of way.
Right. We never let
Yes,
that happen, you know?
never,
I think that's the important
never.
portion. It's like
Because
who
when you
you are.
care, yes, because when you care about somebody, you don't just because they make a bad choice, you don't beat them down even more. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's not a bad choice. That's how I feel. Look, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I know I feel weird about this, so I'm just going to stay away so that because I do care about I do care about your channels and your family. I do. And I know you care about me and mine, 'cause I know that you do. So sometimes someone it has to step back so that they could be there. Just you can't. Somebody has to be the one that's not,
I agree. And
you know?
that's so true, right? With all the things that be going on this platform, it's absolutely true. Like it just depends, like who are you gonna stick by and who are you not gonna stick by. And when you're sticking by someone, depending on your morals and your integrity, then you're gonna do it in a real way. It's gonna have longevity and it's gonna have deep, full, and powerful, meaning, right? That comes with it. If you're just saying that you're sticking by somebody because it looks good or it's for content, then that's a whole different thing as well. But there is something else, that I want to move on. Cause I know you said you gotta go, you don't got a lot of time. That I wanted you to hone in just a little bit with before you go. What do you think overall? What you're seeing when it's coming to this uptick of this race war that seems to be reignited in our current day time, and is literally looking like the times or trying to take us back to the times of like Jim Crow and all of those things like that. Do you feel that? Do you see that? Do you think that that is a movement or, a operation or whatnot that is trying to be pushed? What are your thoughts and feelings on that? And I do have a video that I want to show as well.
Well, okay. I absolutely have thoughts about that. I don't think that I look at it. I think that this kind of reminds me of the how what I got into yesterday, but just a totally different subject, but it relates. It just it look, I feel like there's a bunch of stuff going on in that diaspora, but I just don't think of it the same way as you're thinking about it. And I like Jim Crow and all that. I understand that that's what it seems like, but I know that that's a part of the operation because I study the government operations. So I know that that's what they want us to think, but there's no way that that can happen. But yes, they do have things set up so it looks like that that's happening, but that's only to keep the left right uniparty going so that we're in uh so that we can have these ideologies of blue and red and LGBTQ straight and this and that and Muslim Christian and whatever and all they just want no matter how they want all of that is to set it up and like yes there are things going on. I'm not saying oh are you saying that nothing's going I can see what's going on because as I said I studied this stuff. But I think that there's a lot of fear when it comes to that. And I think that the United States in itself is losing. It's not really losing because I think that everything that's happening, like with this war and within the Middle East and the UAE and the Strait of Hormuz, I think that that this was all planned because there's a 2030 plan. I'm going to see if I can find this video. I don't know if I'll be able to find it tonight, but there is a video that shows the 2030 plan, and all of this was planned. We were supposed to be out of the UAE and take our energy and everything somewhere else so that we can be ran from off of these data centers. There's so much important things going on. Like when you think about how petty this is, but yes, they need these petty race wars. They need the whole Charlie Kirk thing, the Nolan Wells, the Carmelo Anthony. They need things that the Tatums, the because when you look at the Donalds, you need all of this because down to it, at the end of the
Your mic
day,
is going
those
out. You hear me?
people
Your
in. But
mic
at
is
the end of
going
the
in and
day,
out.
doesn't it? My stance will never change in every channel that
Nafisi, your mic is going in and out. So it just like it keeps skipping. So I was trying to tell you. You can go ahead, but I don't know.
going to
I don't know
win
what it is.
because
StreamYard,
out of
your
all
mic
of the and them African Americans, foundational Black Americans that are here, a lot of them are a lot of
oh gosh, StreamYard is acting crazy. Okay. So the sound is terrible. It's going in and out. I don't know what's going on. This is what they do. This is what happens. I can't be sure, but let me wait for Nafisa to come back up and reset or whatnot. Because I wanted to really hear what she was saying, but it's just going in and out. She'll be back in just a moment, y'all. But yeah, that's literally just all we was talking about in the beginning portion of the live, but at the ending portion of this live here, and this is going to be the end. There is something that is happening when it comes to race wars, and we see it, and she has a lot of additional information about that as well. And we report on politics, we report on history, we report on things like that on this channel all the time, so that we see it over here as well. And we also see the divide that is seeming to be trying to be made amongst this platform, just even here on YouTube, right? For some reasons that are understandable and for some reasons that are not, and it all being mixed up and blended up in one big blender. Um, it's exhausting. I will say that, but I'm pretty sure, our ancestors that were, trying to put their foot forward when it comes to activism were very exhausted as well, right? And so it is what it is. You lose sleep, and sometimes you get overwhelmed and frustrated. But if you do want to see a better tomorrow for our yes, Black people first, human race all together, all different races combined, and for our children and our babies and our youth, then the fight is worth it. Okay, Nafisa is back. All right, girl. Let me see if it's sounding better now. Go ahead.
Okay. I really do apologize, but isn't that weird how that started happening?
Girl, stranger things have happened.
Like,
That's all.
that is so weird. As soon as we start getting into like the unity talk and not having fear, like it's uh all right.
Well,
Okay,
go
well,
ahead
I
and
didn't even get a chance to hear because I had to get back. I literally got booted off the whole thing. I literally got booted out.
let's
They
just
booted me out. I didn't boot.
let's play short video real quick,
Is this
Nafisa,
a
because I don't get.
video? Oh, okay, I didn't realize. All right, let me get it on. Let me get it on.
But I'm
Okay, I'm
saying
gonna mute me.
you gotta break this stuff up sometimes, so these things can not
I'm
happen.
gonna mute it.
So
I'm gonna
go
mute
ahead.
me.
Yeah, we'll play this video real quick, y'all. I want us to watch this video together, and y'all, please, please, please watch till the end. Just watch till the end, and that's all I can say. Let's get into it, and then we'll meet y'all in the chat. Let us know what y'all think about what we're seeing. Please do not shy away from what you hear. We can say trigger warning if necessary, because I guess racism can be a trigger for people. But yeah, let's get into it, and we'll be right back.
We lived in a very small little part of the community, actually. And they came down into the heart of that little community and burned the cross.
A group of locals surrounded me. There were like 7 white young boys. They asked me, can I say a curse word? They asked me, what the are you doing here, Nick? It was a punch. It was like a punch to my soul.
I could even be in the back of my parents' car riding down the street and stop at a stoplight and see white children in the car next to me who were sticking their tongues out at me and calling me all kinds of names.
Everybody has racism. It's a toxin, it's in the air, it's in the water, we all grow up with it.
My granddaughter went outside and saw this noose, a white rope noose hanging from a tree. That's today. I'm just a few weeks from the time that it happened.
She saw people getting into a pickup truck carrying what looked like shotguns and dynamite.
I mean, I always knew I'm in the South, and these people will kill you. They will kill you.
So the Klan comes to me. They're coming down the street, walking, and I get as close as I am right here. I mean, I literally could have tripped them. I mean, and with that dress thing they were wearing, we could have taken them.
It's the most pressing issue for Americans to deal with is racism. When you look at the Baha'i faith, the answers are there. We're having these conversations. It's in the texts.
I went to a friend's house, and when I went to her house, I felt an unusual sort of quality of love in the atmosphere. And I couldn't quite figure out what was going on, but I felt I felt illumined by it. I felt moved by it.
My first exposure really to the Baha'i faith was during that period when I had become an activist in a way, asking for equality. And here these folk were having equality.
Which, in a sense, was sort of a parallel universe to everything else that was going on.
These people were loving, they were kind, they were honest, they were open, they were friendly. That's what the world ought to be about. That's normal. The hatred, the confusion, the suspicion, and all that was abnormal.
I can honestly say that growing up as a child, everybody in that world was my family.
It was just an unusual mix of people. And a verse from the Bible actually came to my mind, and it says, "Ye shall know them by their fruits." And I just had the sense that I was in a very special place.
I didn't know white people. And here these little old white ladies were talking about learning to love people no matter what color they were, no matter who they were.
Things started to make sense. I heard about progressive revelation, that there's one God, one race, one religion.
One of the central teachings of the Baha'i faith was this notion that people of all races are the children of God, and that we not only should believe this in our heart, but we should also practice it.
I read one of the hidden words that says, "Noble, I created thee. Why dost thou abase thyself?"
When the Baha'i writings compare Black people to the people of the eye,
the light of the spirit shines forth from the pupil of the eye.
Lets me know that there is something exceptional about Black people. It's incredibly validating.
Humanity is like a flower garden, and the beauty of humanity really comes in its diversity.
And there's a particular line that struck me. It is the end to foreignness. It is the being at one in complete dignity and freedom with all that dwell on earth.
It was clear that it was all one religion. Different bodies, different times, different names, but the same light.
I felt moved in a way that I had never felt before. And then I heard a voice, actually. It was a strange mystical encounter. And the voice said, "You mustn't worry. Everything is going to be all right."
It's not just a challenge for America, it's a challenge for our community as well. We should be struggling with it. We are struggling with it. Yeah, and the beat goes on.
All right, so I just wanted to play that video real quick. It's something that I came across or whatnot, because a child be watching YouTube, and I come across a lot of different channels, and videos and things. Especially if I'm searching for something, it pops up in my algorithm. But I just want to show that. And one of the things, I can say, as far as me and my mom, we are not necessarily in this moment tethered to religion. We're more so just tethered to spirituality. But I don't knock anybody or any religion, especially if it's one like that seems to have a lot of the right understanding, mindset, and answers. When it comes to us as a people in the human race, we all are more alike than different. And if we can find a place to dwell together with one another, despite our differences as far as our race, our skin tone, and anything, like that, but also equally fully try to get to know one another's experiences, and history, right? So we can better understand one another. Then, hey, if there's a religion out there that's like that and that's what they practice, I think that's excellent. I wanted to show that video, show that there are people that are trying to do this, right? And their minds and their hearts are in the right place. But like I said, when it comes to me and my spirituality, yes, I have been in the churches and stuff like that before when I was young and growing up. And as I became older, me and my mother, we decided to navigate away from religion in the church. And so we just remain spiritual. And I just feel as though, to each his own. Whatever choice you choose, I don't judge, but that works for us, right? And with that, we do still have an understanding of some of the principles and things that we were taught when we were in the religious space, but also what we still decide to attach ourselves to when it comes to spiritualism and when it comes to connecting, just to the human race and people on a grand scale. And so I just move a lot of the times with that type of energy as like my foot first. And I think sometimes because maybe I move that way and I make decisions based off of that, people don't really understand, because that's an additional thing, right? That's added into your life, into your psyche, and how you carry yourself. And I understand, respectfully, a lot of people may not have a religion. They may not have spiritual beliefs. They may not believe in anything spiritual or religious. And that's okay. I don't judge that either. But a lot of times if you do, it does kind of correlate with the way you move and the decisions that you make and how you engage and, encounter people and, and I don't know. Like,
Hmm.
I just know that this is who I am and it's how I am. And I'm not going to apologize to anybody for who I am and how I am. I decide to move this way because it works for me. It's what makes my heart feel good. It what makes me sleep well at night. And I'm going to continue to move and operate that way, despite what anybody has to say about it, however many laughs they want to have about it. I can't explain it to you. I can't get you to understand it. You will not. If you don't walk the same walk in the same path that I walk, then you will not understand the choices that I make and the reason why I move the way that I do. And that's okay, right? But, we're finding ourselves in places where people are passing judgment on things and people that they know nothing about. And I just think that that's crazy. But what do you think, Nafisa?
Yeah, I think also the yin yang to that, the reciprocal of that, which is the same way that people don't need to be worrying about, you know, you know, everything that everybody else is doing, is the same way that we ourselves don't need to be worrying about every move that other people make. Like no one's gonna do everything the way you like, and if that's what you like, if I see that that there's an echo chamber, that there's a place where people want to have a hive mind, you know, and that hive mind, like sometimes even hive mind places where it's familiar to me and it's a way that I think, and I see that just everybody's talking the same all the time, it gets boring for me. That's how I ended up getting on this other end up getting to this other place, because we ended up going into a different, because I like going through portals of different times, and to bring everything together into one so that everyone can feel good. And if I'm around that type of energy, that's my favorite kind of energy. But sometimes I do like an antagonizing theories. But I like to be able to talk about it like an adult. You know what I mean? Like, okay, no, I think about it like this because of this. You might have a way of thinking, and I'm like, wow, I never thought of that, and I might want to even pick that up because I think that that might improve my life. May be something I have that we could bounce off of. I love that. But being in an echo chamber for me is not good for my brain. Like I feel like I feel like I'm being crippled, but that's the type of person that I am. There's other people, they have to be in a hive mind in a way that sometimes I'm realizing, getting older, that sometimes that is how other people survive. They can't survive without that. And then you have
Right.
people that's on the other extreme, like me, that even if I'm in a echo chamber or a hive mind of my liking, of my preference, even that makes me want to like antagonize it a little bit. Now I'm the one that'll push it. That's why I can't really fit into anybody's box, really. But I do,
Yeah.
I like to like I'm very similar to you. Like when I was in school, like let me tell you something, midterm time or the end of the school year, I'm hanging out with the nerds. I could hang out with anybody. I was in music, I was in sports, I played volleyball, I was in every group. But I chose the groups I wanted to be in. And if someone wanted, oh, you want to be with them? Like, hell yeah, because I don't know this formula, and they're going to help me with it. I need someone to help me with my HTML. Like we had to learn code. We actually had to type the code in when we were in school. You know what I mean? Like I'm not coming back to school. I'm not getting left back. I'm hanging out with these people that are studying. But then when I don't want to hang out with them, I'm playing cards. We're playing spades over at lunchtime and everything like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like doing no science today. But we choose to do whatever we want to do. But if you end up in a place where it's like, you can't go there, you have to be at this table. If I see you over there with that table having fun and smiling and studying and getting A's and stuff, you know what I mean? It like that type of group, I can't deal with that. I won't deal with that. You know what I mean? Because there's different groups you can be in, and it doesn't have to be, you can pop in and out. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm in like the Ticket TV, sometimes I'm in his chat, sometimes like he shouted me out a couple of times. You
It's
know what I
time.
mean? And
Start.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
So
girl. And you
I'm
know, and
tired.
sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm not in that chat. You know what I mean? But if I go into someone else's chat, it's not like I have to worry about Ticket saying, "Oh, I saw you over on this person's chat and you didn't agree with everything." You know what I mean? It's like once you end up in any situation like that where you can't be somewhere else, that's a problem. It's not the problem. The person that's giving you a problem, that's the channel where it's a problem, where I don't want to be.
Can I
If
ask
I
you a question?
see if you if I go
No,
to
Nafisa, I need to
mhm
ask you a question. Should I end my live
mhm
so I don't mess up our energy that we have going on here tonight? Because, like, literally, like, this is the thing, right? When it comes to being human,
yeah, girl,
no,
goodness.
you have to listen to what I'm about to tell you. When it comes to being human, right, and it comes to being me, I absolutely am a very
Mm-hmm.
loving, sweet person. I, try to have
Yes.
spirituality within my body and my blood and things like that. But certain things just kind of tick me off as well. And I am trying to find the happy
Mm-hmm.
balance, right? Like I am trying to be a better person because I'm not trying to let those things tick me off. And especially when I'm doing a broadcast and I'm having a conversation, with people who are coming to listen and hear what we have to say and looking and probably hoping that they can maybe get a piece of positivity because there's so much negativity
Mm-hmm.
on this platform in this world. So that puts a high responsibility like on you sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as like how you need to show up and what you need to provide that will comfort the people. But what I'm saying is because I don't want to discomfort the people, I just saw something that rubbed me the wrong way. And I
Uh-oh.
do have that I could say about it,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't take us out of this moment and this spirit that we're having right now
Mm-hmm.
on the live. And so
Okay.
I'm literally like
Yeah, let
fighting
this
myself.
transmission be the transmission that it is. That's what you're basically saying.
Right, because there's someone that's speaking about me right now and
Mm-hmm.
in a negative way. And
Okay.
so it's
Okay.
like, like
And
and
so,
I
and
don't
then
know.
that shows that, and we're not going to let this transmission be that. We won't allow that. And this transmission was a nice transmission. You got some good hours in, babe. With 137
Well, it's
minutes.
not over. I wanted to show something else real quick before we
Okay.
ended with a song.
About
So give me just
about
a second.
okay.
Bop, 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 bop. But I remember the "I Have a Dream" speech, right?
Okay.
I don't know if everybody remembers that or not, but it was a really great speech, and I just want us to play a little bit of that and just kind of leave off with
Mm-hmm.
it a little,
Yes.
because
I
it's
like that.
powerful, it's meaningful, and like I said, with whatever this movement or this divide that they're seeking out to make between the races and the people, we have to fight against it. I don't know if anybody has the willpower to do so, but I would just hope in your neighborhood, in your community, or whatever it is that you're doing in your life, if you find that or you feel that, energy, please fight against it because that's not the way to go. It's not the way I think that, the creator intended for us to live and be segregated and separated as a people. We have more understanding that we can get to when it comes to us being different and coming from different backgrounds and different races. But the segregation and the separation, in my personal opinion, I don't think that's the answer. But I can only
That's
speak
right.
for myself. What do you think, Nafisa?
I think exactly what you just said. I don't think that I think understanding and education and being able to talk even when you disagree a little bit without like demeaning people and attacking people's character, just you know and people that are reasonable. Like some people, if you want to go off the walls, that's one thing, but there are reasonable people out there that you may do disagree with, and if they are able to speak on things as a person, then yes, we got to talk about it. But there's also fun things too. Like we got to get back to the fun, you know? We definitely have to do that, you know? But there are important things, just like you said, that we need to talk about. And by shutting everybody down, then you can't talk about it. I think that that is what more of what the issue is, like what you were talking about. They're trying to take us back. No, what they're trying to do is cause this divide so that we don't speak with each other, because speaking with each other is power, even when we disagree with each other. Because when you speak with each other, when you disagree, then you realize that there's a lot more we have in common, period.
I agree. And with that being said, y'all, let's get into this speech before we end it with a boppity bop bop bop.
I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. Five score years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. 100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land. And so we've come here today to dramatize a shameful condition. In a sense, we've come to our nation's capital to cash a check. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note insofar as her citizens of color are concerned. Instead of honoring this sacred obligation, America has given the Negro people a bad check, A check which has come back marked insufficient funds. But we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. We refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the great vaults of opportunity of this nation. And so we've come to cash this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches of freedom and the security of justice. We have also come to this hallowed spot to remind America of the fierce urgency of now. This is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or to take the tranquilizing drug of gradualism. Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley of segregation to the sunlit path of racial justice. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children. It would be fatal for the nation to overlook the urgency of the moment. This sweltering summer of the Negro's legitimate discontent will not pass until that is an invigorating autumn of freedom and equality. 1963 is not an end, but a beginning. Those who hoped that the Negro needed to blow off steam and will now be content will have a rude awakening if the nation returns to business as usual. There will be neither rest nor tranquility in America until the Negro is granted his citizenship rights. The whirlwinds of revolt will continue to shake the foundations of our nation until the bright day of justice emerges. But that is something that I must say to my people who stand on the warm threshold which leads into the palace of justice. In the process of gaining our rightful place, we must not be guilty of wrongful deeds. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred.
All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and stop it right there. Very interesting. As soon as I
Yeah,
start playing
that
that,
was beautiful.
I don't know, but as soon as I start playing the child, people start to leave, but that's okay. But basically,
Of course, girl, of course.
what I wanted to pair,
That's the way that you cleared it. We're clearing out the demons.
child. What I wanted to parallel is that all of the things that he is asking for back in 1963 are literally the things that people are protesting for and screaming for in the streets in 2026. And I think that that basically sets the tone for where we are as a people, as far as where we've been, where we've come, and where we're going. And I think we have to pay closer attention to that and have more of our feet on the ground, our voices on the mics, and our attention on the prize, because they are trying to take us back by taking away civil rights. They are trying to take us back by changing the law. They are trying to take us back in more ways than one. And we've seen it play out time after time after time, almost up to the very recent cases and headlines that we cover over here on this channel. And so, when it comes to, and I'm going to say this very loud and clear, very loud and clear. When it comes to me being a black woman living in America, living a black experience, growing up being raised by a black mother and a black grandmother, and now having to raise a black son, don't you ever in your life for 1 minute question my blackness. Don't you ever in your life for 1 minute question if I rock with my people. I absolutely rock with my people. I understand our history. I see our present, and I don't want to see our future look the way it's probably going to look if we keep sitting down, acting a damn fool, and not standing up, speaking up, and doing nothing to change the future for our children. And when I get loud like that, the people get upset. But you got to get loud sometimes. You got to get out on the streets sometimes. You got to make people uncomfortable sometimes. This is not an act. This is a call to action. I've been talking about it. If I had the content on my other channels that I no longer have, you would know that. So, anybody who questions my blackness,
Preach it,
anybody
sister.
who what I stand for, this is your message right now. You can't tell me more about being black than what I know, because I've lived black my whole life. So has my mother, so has my grandmother, so has my great grandmother, so has my great grandfather, so has all of the family that I come from. And my son, he's going to have a future to walk into being a black boy as well. And that's something that I'm fighting for his future, for a change in this world, for his and other children's and other youth that are coming up to have a brighter and a better day as black and brown people. Meanwhile, we have individuals that want to drag me for filth, other people for filth, and talk about nonsense all day, every day on their YouTube channels. Seems like we are in some type of, I don't know, upside down universe, y'all, Twilight Zone. Because when those people talk about the things that they talk about, they seem to get all the attention. That seems to be what we want to hear about, guys. That seems to be what we want to gravitate to. The mess. But when we talking about stuff that's serious, that's important, that's going to affect us all, oh, don't nobody want to listen to that. That's not interesting. That's boring. And for the ones that do want to listen, that do come to listen, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I really do. But what I will not do is sit here and be questioned about my blackness, about my activism, about what I speak about my education, about what I talk about. I know, not just because of what I study, but because of what I live. And again, we will have to, I guess, do a part two, because I also want to talk about, because I think
Definitely.
there's definitely a issue happening right now when you have some type of camaraderie or connection to white people. Our black people don't seem to like that very much. Interesting. So my question is, if we're going to move forward and we want a better future for our children and a better tomorrow, it's not just always the other races that's the problem. Sometimes it's us and our own people. And I don't think our people like to hear our people say that to our people, but I will do it. Because if you want to be, and you can't really be racist, right? We already know the definition of racist. But if you want to be reverse prejudiced against other races and groups of people, that's not going to help us have a better tomorrow either. So I think everybody needs to sit down at the conference table and have a serious conversation. If we want to see a better world for our children, for our youth, for our babies, a better tomorrow, we have to get ourselves in check as well. It's not just one race and group of people. Black people are out of line. And that's just my personal opinion. Because we allow, we know what happened to our ancestors. Yeah, we know the experiences we have when we go out here in these streets. But we're allowing it to turn our hearts cold. And those experiences don't come at the hands of the entire race. They come from individuals. Certain individuals from that race. That they don't mean no good. They got nasty hearts and they nasty work. And we know that. And we will handle them and deal with them accordingly. But to judge an entire race or feel as though we need to go back to the days of segregation, I don't think that's the answer. And that's just my personal opinion. And Nafisa, I'll let you give some final thoughts. And after this, we're going to end with a bop and get up out of here.
Yes, I love what you just said, girl. Everything you just said. And, just stay strong. I'm always here. I'm in the bushes. Um, we got- we're gonna get through this, and we gotta get and remember we gotta get back to the fun and of course the education, our political stuff, because there's a lot of important things that are going on behind the scenes that I think that would be great. I know Imani would be on it. You know what I mean? There's some things that are going on behind the scenes in our government right now that's so important to all of us, where we should be sticking together, trying to figure out how we are going to pull through this, you know, instead of being petty and doing all of this childish stuff. When you really think about it, it's really funny because we got to like start talking about the businesses and getting and working on the different apps and the different fun things that's right here at our fingertips, and
Right.
down for that. I'm down for that and exploring new channels because there's channels out there that want to explore good people. And it's just like you said, it's like a nice mattress. That's how I fit. That's how I've been feeling, kind of like going to the different channels and stuff, feeling so welcome you know, and we can do
Mhm.
this.
And
So
meanwhile, we have, a fine wine aged black woman on her platform as we speak, talking about two young black women that are half her age and dragging them for filth to a predominantly white audience. And
I
so
think
when I say the things
I
that I
think that's
say,
great.
hey,
I think
hey,
that shows what we're doing. I think that shows um in real
and
time that we are sitting here, and yes, there's some sad, unfortunate things happening, but how would we know the contrast of who we are at in real time right now that that's happening? What they're doing is just showing who they are. So,
of course it
you
is,
can talk about whatever you want to on your channel, and we're not dragging anyone. And so if they want to drag people, that's their business. Just as long as, there's no defamation. I don't even want to hear it.
I think it
Obviously.
just volumes as to where we are as a people. Like when we know that we are, and this is a person who lives in the United States, and when we know where we are right now as a people, and all we have to fight against, and all we have to, stand up against when it comes to our governmental structure and our system, all of the things that we just talked about in this live tonight, as far as these racial wars that's going on, so many important things that we can be talking about and bringing to the forefront and having conversations about and giving wisdom about when it comes to one another and looking up to our elders to give us that said wisdom, but yet all they can give us is insults. I think it speaks volumes. We're in a bad place. We're in a very bad place. Not when somebody younger than you is giving more education and more understanding about what the severity is of the situation that we are in
Yeah,
the
you
country.
want to know what though? I think that that's perfect
So
because
that
it
bothers
shows.
me. It bothers
It,
me, and I'm not going to not speak on it.
no, 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 no. I think you should speak on it, and I think that it's wonderful that it's happening. And when I say it's wonderful, I mean like it shows the contrast, and it allows you to pick the kind of person that you're going to be in the moment. Who are you going to be in this moment? Because we know what they're being in the moment, right? Right now in the moment, this is what they chose. And in this moment, this is what I'm going to choose. Even if you decided to go off right now, I would stay calm. I would stay calm for you. But you don't need to. For what? Is that where you're going to put your energy at? I mean, like, what we can do is have the educational lives and we can talk about the things that we want to talk about. And they can talk about us if they want to, because guess what? All they're doing is showing who they are. Look, white liberal women that don't that act like they like black people and they don't are very dangerous. They're very dangerous. And me, what I do is that I don't pluck the beehive. I don't poke it. Um, because I don't want like problems with people, but not out of fear. Number one, I'm above it. And I want them to show themselves. I want them to be who they are. I love it when people want to talk. because there's so many good people out there, no matter what color they are. I love all people, but you know what I mean. I like the ones that show you, like I don't that show who they are and don't act like they're your friend when they're really not, because those people are dangerous, no matter what color they are. If it's a black person acting like they're really cool with white people, and then they're gonna do something wrong, or vice versa, it's
Right.
wrong.
And my
I'd
question is,
rather you be who.
but listen, my question is right now, if we know that there are families that are possibly in a predicament where they may cannot feed their household, right, because of the things that are happening in our governmental structure here in the United States, why is it so important for someone who is literally twice my age to be talking about a connection between me and another young woman that is twice my age, and that's supposed to be content and entertaining? That's mad weird. And this is a person who has a young child. It's odd to me. It's odd to me, and I just think it's pathetic. But hey, to each his own.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, no. I mean, it's not right. I don't condone it. I don't condone it. I don't think it's right. I think that it's pathetic, and that's what I feel about it, and that's my opinion on it. But for me, it shows me, okay, that gives me more of a compass to know what what's what, who's who, and and it helps me understand the sector and what's going on in it. And I know that at the end of the day, that no amount of separation or negativity is going to stop me from trying to make our community stronger. And it doesn't mean these local people within the sector, it means the community as a whole. You get what I mean?
Right. I understand it. The community as a whole. Yeah.
Yes, not the local, the people that we know that are showing that what they're doing right now. You know what I mean? So we know, okay, that's not, because if you were a part of the community, if you're really a part of me, you wouldn't be doing that. So thank you. So now you've showed me this, and this is what it is. And so now I know when I see what I see, I don't have to hate you. I don't have to ridicule you because you're doing that. You don't have to do that, because that's what makes it worse. Let them get it out. Let them be who they are. Let them be who they are. I know it's hard. I know it's hard for you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
girl, it's
I
very
know.
hard
I
because you
know.
got, this like spiritual, upper ethereal, type of energy and stuff like that. And girl, I'm working on getting to that
But as
level.
long as I mean, are they over there defaming you, doxing you, or anything, or
I'll be
anything?
ready to kick down the door and be like, "What you say about me?" Period. That's
I
it.
know.
That's
I
the type of
know.
energy I have. But then I also have the loving, spiritual, upper echelon energy as well.
But
It's
you're
just
going
like
into a den. You're
I
going
try
into a
to
den of wolves
balance.
if you go over there and do that.
Balance. I think balance is everything. In life, we need balance. I think God knows that He created us to have balance, okay? Or the creator, however people, want to see it. Like I said, respectfully, your different spiritual beliefs over here is okay. So don't feel no type of way if you believe in different and you don't say God and things like that. But I say God and Jesus and all of that. But I believe God said we're supposed to have balance, okay? And God didn't play no games, child, at all. And neither did Jesus. And so, it's like I'm not going to play these games with these
But you know
people.
that they want this. You know they want this. That they want you to turn up and go over there. Don't say my name out your mouth. They want you to do that, and you look. You can if you want to. You know what I
They
mean?
want
Like,
that. They want me to come over there and give them the work. Is that
uh,
what
uh,
they want?
of course, but you can't give them what they want. Look, I feel like this. Look, if they're not doing anything that can get them in trouble, leave it alone. Because if it's something that can get them in trouble, they should get in trouble. If they're not doing anything illegal and they're
Don't
using,
nobody get in trouble on this platform. They don't get in trouble.
but what I'm saying
They
is
don't
this.
know.
What
boys.
I'm saying is that trouble is they if they're not doxing you, if they're not defaming, then you can't really do anything anyway. So what are you going to do? All you're going to do is just give them all your energy because that's what they want.
Bro,
You're not going to be able to stop them from
I'm
talking.
playing. I'm playing. Nah, I ain't gonna
You're
kick
so
them.
crazy. But look, we're not going to be able to stop them from talking. If you really didn't care, that would help you the most. You have to work on that.
Wish I didn't care, but I do. Like
I
I
know,
just
and
I don't know who's
I
talking about
actually
me.
really adore
That
your
not
honesty.
that boils my blood. I do not like nobody talking about
You,
me
that's what you
negatively.
have
Like
to work on.
talking
You got to
about me
work on
behind
that,
talking about me. Like, what are you talking about me for? I don't talk to you. I don't talk about you. I don't like you. So why are you talking about me? Keep
honey.
my name out your mouth.
Look, you're beautiful. A lot of these people are not happy with themselves. You're a
Well,
beautiful black woman and you
you
have
know,
love
man,
all around you.
you
And
know,
guess what? That love and that beauty will fade fast if you let this stuff get to you.
I'm
I'm
about
telling
to
you.
do, I'm about to do Friday night roast with Golden, and
Okay.
y'all will see.
You
Golden.
pick a day out of the week. I'll come. I'll
Golden
stop
will
by.
roast people for filth.
I'll be the
For
angel's
filth.
advocate.
I just choose not to, so I ain't gonna do it. But like, if I was to do it and have a little segment, it would be Friday night roast with Golden. And child, I promise you, I will burn these people down to the shish kebab.
Look, have a night that you do that you do a little roast if that's what makes you feel better. You know? If that's what makes
No, no, it doesn't make me feel better.
well, you have to do what makes you feel better. You know what's gonna make you feel better? To practice not caring about what people that don't matter say. That will really
I
help
don't
you
know
'cause
how do you do that. I don't know how to do that.
this is how. Number one, having more um ambitious endeavors for your future in different channels that actually are um that have beautiful energy that we were
I
talking
hear a
about.
woman in there saying my name right now. It
Hmm?
boils my blood. What are you talking about me for? I can hear her right now talking
What
about me right
where are they?
now.
Where are they? Where are they?
Hmm.
Where are they?
Where they dwell,
Are they on our channel? Or they're on no, they're on their channel.
where they dwell.
Oh, okay, I know where they are.
Moving on.
Okay, I mean, like, come on, we know how they are.
Child, these people give
We know how
about,
they are. I
and I
don't
be
hate
trying
them.
to be
Look, I
positive.
don't hate them. I don't hate them. I feel bad for them. I really do. I
It is
really do.
pitiful. It's very pitiful and pathetic. It really is. You know, I have a song called Pathetic. But anyway, it is very pitiful and pathetic. It's like I just can't understand it. These are people that's twice my age. Like you ain't got nothing better to do. You got a whole husband, and all you do is talking about other young women. That's weird to me. That means what are you trying to do? Live vicariously through these young women's lives because now you not young no more. You done lost your juice and your sauce, and now you got to talk about other young women that's popping out here on these YouTube streets. Something is wrong with that. Get your whole life, child. Them nails is looking fancy. You got a
Mm.
nice home. What the hell more you need to talk about other people for?
Okay.
Live
Oh
your best.
yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Like look at that. Like how can you take your like who has time for that?
You got all of those things, right? That big old nice house you got. You get your nails done every other week. You're living well. You ain't got to work. You sit on your behind and do YouTube all day because you got, child, I ain't going to roast, but you have things in order for you. And the only thing that you can do with your life is sit there and talk about other young pupils that are younger than you, half your age, and talk about their life and what their encounters are with one another. That's weird to me. Like you have no life. You have no life. Like anybody who has a life is not doing that. You out living your best life. Why are you talking about other young women that you don't even personally know or physically met in real life on YouTube? But you got this big grand life. It shows that you're unhappy. You're bitter. You live a very sad life. Stop talking about people.
I can't wait until the day when you don't like when it really like until you don't know that anybody said anything until like a week later. Wait until you get like that, like you're gonna feel so freed, like when you don't even care.
No,
Because guess
I'm
what?
not-
If you do care or if you don't care, right? What's gonna change? Like think about it. Do you think that
when
they're
I
gonna change?
hear when I get mad, it don't matter if I hear it 30 minutes from now or a week from now. I'm still mad about it, and I'm still going to respond. That's
Yeah,
my problem.
you can respond. I'm not telling you not to, but you know if you go over to a place where they are roasting you already, that they are gonna be on you like hound dogs, and then I'm gonna have to go over there.
And I'll fight tooth and nail all of them mofos. I don't give a damn. Excuse me, Lord, forgive me. Okay? All right? I'm real. I'm not being a fake and a phony out here throwing the Bible around. Talking about, and I don't
Hey,
even
hey,
read the
hey, you want to go into the boxing sector? Like, let's start our own little boxer sector channel. It's gonna be
no.
on.
It's
It's gonna be the boxing with the mouth. We're gonna be boxing with our mouth. How about
no,
that? But boxing sector Fridays with our
no.
mouth.
It's the
I'm just
truth in the
playing. I'm just
justice
playing.
sector. It's the truth in the justice sector. It's the Justice League up in this bitch. That's what it's gonna
You
be.
know you have to. I have to see what they're saying though, just so I could just see. I don't even know which channel
Oh
it is.
no.
I have a feeling because of something you said. So I have a feeling which channel it is. But that's okay.
If
Look,
people
I
are
think that
all right,
does
hold on. I
mom
know
know? Does mom know?
of course. People are too invested in other people's life. But anyway, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about
Okay,
real quick.
show me.
These people don't like me, right? All right, so let me just show you something real quick. Hold on.
Funny thing about hate, the people that say they can't stand you know everything about you. Every live stream, every post, every move. That's not hate, that's obsession. Run it. Why you watching me if you don't like me? Why are you clocking me? Every upload, every stream, every word I speak. You know my whole life better than the folks that sit with me. Why you watching me? Talking crazy, but you boosting me. You call it hate, I call it free publicity. You in the comments every day promoting me. Why you watching me? You say I'm fake, but you never miss a show. Notifications on front row, screenshot queen. Got folders on your phone, studying my life while neglecting your own. Every week another rumor gets spun. Same five people talking under everyone, claiming that they win it, claiming that they won. But somehow I'm still the topic every month. Ain't that funny? You know my schedule, you know my guests, you know my circle, you know my steps. Know every sentence, know every laugh, know every live stream, from beginning to last. Girl, that's work. Should've sent the resume. Spent 10 years watching me and still ain't get paid. Meanwhile, I'm building while you sitting in rage, trying to stop my shine while giving me engagement. Why you watching me if you don't like me? Why are you clocking me? Every upload, every stream, every word I speak. You know my whole life better than the folks that sit with me. Why you watching me? Talking crazy, but you boosting me. You call it hate, I call it free publicity. You in the comments every day promoting me. Why you watching me? Yeah, YouTube streets got detectives on patrol. Whole channel built around another woman's goals. Breaking down thumbnails, breaking down clothes, breaking down friendships, breaking down souls. Talking all day but accomplishing none. Living through drama like it's oxygen. Trying to recruit every bit of little frame, building fake armies that collapse in the end. See, I learned something. Misery needs company. Happy people don't spend years on a hunting spree. Successful folks ain't checking who I talk to. Successful folks too busy making boss moves. The math ain't mathing. Let's be factual. If I was irrelevant, why you so attached to me? If I was finished, why you still react to me? You built your platform off reacting to me. fear criticism. Criticism helps people grow. But obsession, that's different. Imagine waking up every day to monitor somebody you claim you don't like. That's not power. That's a prison. And you built the cell yourself. Yeah. God got me walking and I know who I am. Can't no comment section cancel God's plan. People throw stones when they don't understand, but every attack on the strength is the stand. I pray for my enemies, wish them healing too, cause carrying that much anger got a cost to you. While you counting my blessings, I'm counting mine. While you studying my life, I'm improving mine. See the difference? One road builds, one road destroys. One creates peace, one just creates noise. And when the camera's off and the live stream ends, you still gotta face yourself, my friend. Why you watching me if you don't like me? Why are you clocking me? Every upload, every stream, every word I speak, you know my whole life better than the folks that sit with me. Why you watching me? Keep talking, keep posting, keep obsessing, keep proving my point. Some people spend their whole lives trying to become somebody. Others spend their whole lives watching somebody become somebody. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. Choose wisely.
Well, that's all I got to say about that.
Yes, I love that song. That's one of my favorites.
I mean, you know, pretty much like I'm really just asking like for a friend. I'm asking for the collective. I'm asking for the group or the people, everybody, anybody. Like, am I crazy here? Like, am I making any sense? Do I sound like I'm off the rails or anything? Like, it's mad weird. The way these people move is mad weird. They have these lives that they say is so great and so abundant, but yet the best thing that they can find to do every single day is talk about somebody that they don't know that lives either in another country or another state. I just think it's really pathetic and it's pitiful. And these women sometimes are half our age. Like, ma'am, you got your whole life. Like, what are you doing? And you say it's so great, but you want to talk about young people every single day. Keep their name in your mouth. Talk about what they got going on between each other. Is it any of your business? No, it's really not. Why do you feel as though you need to talk about that? Oh, I know. I forgot. Because you don't have no content. Because you're not interesting. You're boring. You can't speak. You can't spell. You're a loser. See? Don't bring it out of me. It's too
Yeah.
easy. We're always fighting principalities in this world and in this life. But I'm telling you, these people, like, they really get up under my skin, and it may look like, oh God, oh, she's a terrible person. I'm not. It's just these people are mad weird. And I just don't hold or bite my tongue. And I'll say it and I'll pray to God and ask for forgiveness later. But that's what I really think. Like, these people are mad whack to me. Like, what are you talking about me for? I don't come over there to you and talk to you. I don't come over there to your channel and talk to you. Why are you obsessed with Maggie? Why are you obsessed with me? Why? You're double our age and you're obsessed with us. But you got this big, beautiful home. You got a daughter that's like, what? I don't know. Not my business. I don't care. You got things to do. Why are you talking about us all the time? You're mad weird, yo. And these is people that I tried to give a chance and tried to get to know. And then when I seen it, I was like, oh yeah, weirdos. And I just moved on about my way and just, kept it pushing and try to get mad about that. But if I see that you're a weirdo, then I'm moving on. There's nothing more I need to be around you for. And then they get mad at you for that because, you don't rock with them anymore. Then they want to judge your choices of who you rock with and who you don't. The last time I checked, you're not my mother, and I'm grown as hell. Do you see? It's in my title here. Grown as hell. I get to do what I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it, if I feel like doing it. Don't question what I do and who I do it with. Mind your own business. Maybe worry about what you're doing with who you need to be doing it with that's in your household and leave me the hell up out of it. Oh, but when I talk like that, oh my God, Colton. Oh no, she's changed. Oh my God, I can't believe she
You
talked.
didn't change. You were always like that. You were always the way that you was. You ain't never really changed.
Ain't nobody changed. People just ain't take the time to get to know. They ain't really know me. Okay? When you get
Hmm.
to know somebody, you know all sides of the person, not just what you feel as though you see, not just what you see that they put out there because they are professionals and they do their content professionally. I work professionally because that's my profession, right? That's what I'm doing. You don't know me deep
You
down.
know what? I want you to come on. I want you to show me how to get on. I opened up another TikTok the other day. I know I keep on changing the subject, but it's also because I want to remind you that there's other stuff out
Because
there.
I'm here,
Now,
I have to go. So
okay, all right, but
we'll
there's
talk
something.
about it. I'll call you. We'll talk about it. I'll talk
Yes,
about
yes,
it.
yes. Call me and talk. I'm gonna be heading
I'm
out of
gonna,
here soon. From where I am now, and I will talk to you. You can call me, okay?
yeah, I'm gonna call you, bro. Thank you
Okay,
so much for me. I appreciate it. I'm gonna end it with a few more bops and stuff
okay,
like that. But I just really wanted to come on to just kind of clear the air a little bit
okay.
and get something right. I didn't even really get a chance to get into the meat and potatoes of what I really wanted to talk about when it comes to this racial divide that we're experiencing and we're having
Yeah, we'll
and
have
how we
part
have
two. We'll have part two.
we'll do a part two. We'll do a part two. I think that'll be good. Because that's child, that's one of the major things that they coming at me for now. I'm a sellout. I'm a coon. I don't respect my black people and my black race and my black community. Because I'm kicking it with white people. So Anyway,
Okay.
uh, how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think this my first go round? I told the people, I've said it before. I've been to predominantly white schools, 2 years of my high school life, predominantly a mixed race school. I live in a town that is Air Force Base, mixed race. So you can't tell me nothing about race. I've been around all races of people, and I love all people as people. And I think we have to take our time out to get to know people, not just make a perception of what we see because of these platforms and these YouTube channels and stuff like that. You don't know what somebody's been through. You don't know what they lived through. You don't know their background. And I don't think like a lot of this stuff is one sided. And that's just honestly how I feel. Because I know that we can be very nasty work. I know I can be nasty work. If I really decide to be, I can be very nasty work. And if we do that to somebody else, is that fair? And if that person chooses to retaliate, what can we say? Because if somebody do nasty work to us, don't we choose to retaliate? Maybe
Yep.
we do, maybe we don't. Most of the time we do, right?
Yeah.
Because we ain't
Most
have
of the time. Most of the time.
so, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not getting into all of this YouTube bullshit with these people. This is dumb ass shit for real. A lot of these people is way too fine wine to be up here dealing with this shit on this fucking platform. Let's just be honest about that. Okay? Wreaking havoc.
I know I'm close to the fine wine. I might look like I'm a wine spritzer, but I'm a fine wine over here. I'm aging like a fine wine, and I'm lucky for that.
I
So.
mean, that's why I said fine wine. And I'm not
Hmm.
Asian. I'm not Asian. I'm just saying, like, yo, what are you doing with your life? Like, for real. At that point in age, like, what are you doing with your life that you want to sit here and, like, pick fights and talk down on people that's like half your age? That's crazy to me. Like,
Oh,
for
hell.
what? That's crazy to me. I can't imagine being double my age that I am right now and picking a fight with some little young girl that's half my age and dragging her for filth on the internet. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Don't I got better things going on? I'm somewhere sailing across the seas. I'm Christopher Columbus out. I'm over here. The Mina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. I want to see all of them. I'm out. I'm doing something.
Yeah, it's. I feel bad for anybody that wants to do this. It it's sad
Beautiful to
every
me.
time. It's sad every time. Every time I see it too, you know,
Then you
sometimes we get
feel bad,
ourselves in a
like,
little bit of
oh,
a pickle.
I can't say
But it's
nothing, or
sad.
oh,
It's
let me
sad.
watch what I say because this person is my elder. Oh, let me hold my tongue. Mm-mm.
No,
No.
not
But
when it comes
you
to
come
disrespect
back,
like that, and they're
you
disrespecting their mother.
have
Once they disrespect your mother too, and when they do that, now you done past that. Now we see that you don't have no respect.
no respect for nobody. That's the
Yeah.
whole point. You ain't got no respect for nobody. So it's just like, yo, okay, you want to come at me like that? Please, please. It'd be a cold day. Cold day.
Yeah. Don't let
Just leave me.
look
Just
Friday.
leave me
What
be.
today's Wednesday? We got Friday. We do a little roast. We do, but not the. But we're gonna do it creative. A roast doesn't have to be like your classic roast or anything like that. But you
Yeah,
you
we're
do
not
what
gonna
you
do
want to
it.
look. You do what you want to do. You never know. Somebody might have a little wine spritzer in them. I don't know.
You heard what I said? I said
Huh?
we're not gonna do a Kevin Hart roast. We ain't gonna do it that. Because that's defeating the whole purpose, right?
Yeah, no, we're not going to do it like that. But you got to be able to
So,
get it out. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. I just can't wait until this doesn't, because I know that this does bother you. So like when something is bothering someone, it has to bother you. I'm not going to make it not. I can't make it not bother you. I don't have that kind of power. If I could, I would send something through the phone. And I'm not saying that it doesn't bother me. It just doesn't bother me the same way that it used to. Remember how emotional I would be too, but it doesn't bother me the same, and that does make me feel better
just like
because
for
it makes me feel more brave to actually come out there. You know what I mean?
right, I
Because
get
I
it.
feel like, what if they follow me? What if I go somewhere and you know what I mean? Because I just don't understand all this. But whatever, I just know that it is what it is now. You
They
know?
will follow you. That's the thing too. They stalk you. That's the thing. They follow you. I'm telling you. Look. I'm not lying. I'm just being honest. This is what I've been experiencing. And it's not like Look, the way I feel about it is, yo, if you gonna say something about me, you gonna try to drag me and try to roast me. Don't get mad when I hit you back and I hit you harder than you hit me, and then now you out here crying. Oh my god, look at this person. She is so mean and she is so nasty. Don't be crying in the pillow, okay? You started it. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. I got a song for that too. I think I'm gonna end it with that song. But yeah, this is a very real, very unfiltered. That's why I put it in the title, Unfiltered. I'm grown as hell, and I will speak about certain things that I need to speak about in the way that I desire to speak about them at that time. And yes, there will be times where I speak about things and I'm very spiritual and I'm very positive. And there'll be times I have to speak about things and it's like, yo, gloves on, let's go. Period. Because I'm not playing with none of these people. I don't care about none of these people, honestly. Like, if they want to take it to that level, yo, I'm done. I don't care. Like, move on. Forget about me. But you want to keep talking about me and drag me and being nasty work, and you think that I don't get to respond and retaliate, then you have, your mind is twisted. Something's wrong with you that you think that I'm not going to say nothing back. That's just not how I operate. And if people are, oh, I don't know. She's never been like this before. You just didn't know. Now you know. If you don't know, now you know. I mean, get to know somebody, then you would know. What are we talking about? I can be as nice as I want to be, and I can be as evil spirited and mean spirited as I want to be. I just decide not to be because I don't want to dwell in that space. But don't play with me. Don't push me. Don't try me. Because I will come for you. And you're not going to like it when I do so. So I just suggest that people leave me alone, right? And just let me stay over here and try to do my positive thing. Like that's really what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to spread on this platform in this sector until I can get up out of here. I've already called, you know what I'm saying, the people to like come get me. I done shot the flare up in the air and I'm like, yo, I need help and I need rescue. Like, get me out of here. Like, I've already done that and I'm just waiting for them to see the flare so they can come, with the helicopter and come and swoop me up and like take me away. So, like, all of that. right? But until I can leave here and I'm still stuck on Gilligan's Island, then I will fight with you people as I see fit to fight with you. Just if you don't fight with me and you don't mess with me, then you ain't got to worry about it. It's too easy. Leave me alone. That's it. I don't talk about you. I don't care about you. Go on about your life. Like, leave me out of it. Why are you talking about me? Why are you talking about anything that I do? Where I go, who I talk to, what I say, what I do, what you speculate. Take your speculations and shove them right up your motherfucking ass. That's how I feel. And that's not very holy now, is it? Mm. Like I said, y'all, we are of the flesh, but we are of the spirit too. And so there is a balance. But these
Yes,
people,
girl.
want to play with you and play in your face, and you won't play with me and play in my face. These
I
people have
know.
come from my mother, they've come from my child, they've come from my home and my
They have.
address.
They have.
Hell, you think I'm supposed to just let that stuff slide? I'm just supposed to, oh, yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I wasn't raised that way. My grandma ain't raised me that way. My mom ain't raised me that way. I wasn't raised that way. You don't get to do those things to me and think you get off the hook that easy.
Yeah,
Hell
but
to the most.
I don't even understand why it's even a problem. Is and I'm not trying to be like, oh, this doesn't bother me. Of course it does bother me, but I'm not gonna. But I just don't understand, like, why do they need to be even over there talking about? Like, it's just like, but it's fine though. It lets me see what it is, and anyone can talk about whatever they want to on their panel. But I just don't
Right.
understand how it's helping anything. Like how is it like? What did you didn't even do anything? I'm sorry, I'm being loud, but
Do I ever?
you didn't even do anything.
Do I ever? Other than show up and be myself, do I ever? Child might laugh at some people sometimes, but I don't go below the belt. I don't get lethal. I don't take nobody livelihood from them. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk about nobody kids. I don't get egregious
Oh
with
my
it.
goodness.
Like,
Wait. You know what? You know what? My phone literally only has 2 minutes and I don't have my charger
just play
on
this
me.
song and get up out of here. I'm ready to go myself because I'm tired.
Yeah.
Because if I keep going, I'm gonna say some things I don't want to say.
And just sleep on it and we'll have a part two and and each part will get better and better and we're gonna get through this. And
I'm not
when it's
there and be roasted by somebody who can't even spell. That's twice my age.
you caught me
Sorry.
hard on that one.
I'm just saying, like, what the hell are we talking about? Ma'am, get a damn dictionary, get a damn encyclopedia before you try to talk about me and my life. Leave me be. Leave me be. I think you got bigger fish to fry if you talking about me and you can't even spell. Hmm. See, that's
Yep.
mean, right? Golden is mean. Golden is mean. Golden is mean. Am I? Because I don't mess with these people. They go out of their way to talk about me and mess with me. Leave me alone. I told y'all people, stop talking about me. Stop bringing my name up. Leave me alone. Because if you don't, you're going to get something that you didn't expect to get. And it's probably going to hurt your feelings. So I suggest that you leave me alone. I don't be thinking about these people. I don't. I don't go out my way to talk about them or mess with them. I don't. Don't lie on me.
I guess
Don't
I'll
talk
check it out and see what's going
about
on
me.
with that.
Leave me alone. Child, we gonna do Friday roast at Golden's. Y'all like
Okay.
that? Y'all think
Well,
that's dope?
I'm look. I'm gonna
Ooh,
be there.
Friday
I'm gonna
night
be
roast.
there to make sure things don't get too out of hand.
Yeah, she gonna be, child. She gonna be doing
I'll
the
be the
referee.
mediator. As long as I don't have to
Yeah,
be, as long as I don't have to be like too ratchet, I will love to be there. I will be there to support you because you
oh
deserve it.
no,
Somebody got to have your back. Somebody got to have your back. And there
I
are
think
people out there who love you.
I think on Friday night roast with Golden, you ain't gotta you ain't gotta hold back, girl. You can be the mediator, but you can get gully too. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
For real. For
Child,
real.
I don't care at this point. I done had so much taken from me. I done had so many channels taken from me. I done had so many opportunities taken from me. I don't care. I just don't care anymore.
I
Like the
would
gloves is off.
I would
I
like to
just I
get into. Well, we could figure out a way to have like some Like, I would really just like to also just talk about the psychology behind things, you know? And
Behind what?
oh, I just saw the chat. Yeah, they probably won't even want to go on the stream yard. You see, that's the thing about it. Like, when we
No,
invite
they will
people to,
never. They will never come and
yeah, they'll
talk to
never come.
your face. Well, your virtual face. They don't come talk to you straight directly to your virtual face. They just talk to you or talk about you for content. That's how they do. If you want to have a conversation face to face, I'm the type of person, I'm pulling up. I'm outside, knocking on the door. What's up? You saying something? What's good? That's why I go to people chats because I don't have no fear. I don't care. I pull up wherever. Somebody saying something about me, I don't care. If I want to kick it with them, I pull up, I don't care. I go where I want to go when I want to go for whatever reason I need to go. But I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to these people that talk trash, and all of this type of stuff, child, they punks. They ain't gonna pull up. You pull up to them, and guess what they do? They block you. And then they get their little flying monkeys and their supporters to attack you. Mm. I ain't never know you need a whole damn army, child. I
Pathetic,
just
pathetic.
one band, one sound, one man right now. Like, what the heck is we talking about? You need a whole army to protect you? Ooh, that's different. But anyway, I just always pulled up by myself. What'd you say? I
Oh,
think you
no, I
got.
mean, yeah, I mean, no, I mean, like,
I don't know.
look,
I
don't pull
don't
up.
know.
No, don't pull up tonight. Just,
I don't know how to explain it, and I don't know how to make people understand
if
it.
you do pull up, just let me know.
I get reprimanded because I talk like this. I get reprimanded because of the actions that I choose to make. I get reprimanded because of the choices that I choose to make. I'm tired. I'm tired of people trying to force me into this box and that box and this box and that box. You can't force me into a box. I am me. I move the way I move. I do what I do. I say what I say, and I do it when I want to do it. What do people not understand about that? Either you take it or you leave it. I don't know what to tell you about that. But just because sometimes I have to give this level of energy, it doesn't mean that I'm not a loving, kind, and spiritual person that really just desires to just have fun, be loving, be sweet, be kind. But these people will play in your face and they'll come for you and they'll come at you. And I think they just don't know the other person on the other side that they're coming for. Just because you sweet and you nice and you kind, don't mean that you can't protect yourself and you ain't about that life. Most of the time, you're not about that life because you no longer want to be about that life. You tried to turn your life around and change it. That's it. But they bring it out of you every time. And I guess that's the goal, right? Well, hey, if that's their goal, let it be their goal. But let's be very clear about something. These people will not come for me and try me and think that they're going to talk to me and talk about me or treat me any type of way on this platform and not get the smoke because I will give it to them every single time. And they can play all the YouTube games they want to play when they want to punk up and not come and speak to your face on your platform. Use the motherfucking shit for content on their platform. Then when you get over there, try to play foolish ass games. Because those games would not be played if we was face to face. You get away with that because this is a virtual space. So be very clear about that. Okay? That's it. That's all. I'm ending it with a bop, y'all, because I gotta get about it because I'm getting too angry because people in this moment right now are talking about me and it's got me hot. So thank y'all so much, everybody who joined me for this live tonight. I really appreciate it. I appreciate y'all presence. I'm sorry to show y'all this side of myself, but this is all of me. So if you love all of me, I have multiple sides, y'all. I really do. I'm very sweet and kind and loving and spiritual and all the things. But when these people take me across the board, all right, I have to get with them, okay? And so sometimes I get like this, and I guess they know that, and that's their desire. That's what they want to do. They want to see you crash out. They want to see you get angry. I don't think it's a crash out. I think it's me showing you that I don't play those motherfucking games. So play in my face if you want to, and you're going to see what happened to you. That's how I see it. So it doesn't really make me feel like, oh, you're embarrassing me because I'm showing this side of myself. Why wouldn't I? If I'm in real life, I'm going to show all the sides of myself. So if I'm on a virtual space, I'm going to show all the sides of myself as well. It doesn't bother me any. Okay. And if people really understand that this is real life and we're human and that's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles, then, there will be no issue with that. So anyway, y'all, let's get some boppity bops going. We're going to end it. Thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate y'all. Everybody have a good night. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. We'll have, the regular content, talking about actual things like politics, history, things of that nature, right? I just wanted to come and have a little bit of fun tonight. Anyway, y'all, I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Everybody have a good one. Let's get into a song. Golden is out. Bye.
Yeah. Funny how people love throwing rocks to the glass breaking their house. Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. Quit crying now. You was loving the dysfunction. Talk slick online. I was tension in public. Same dirt you was throwing came back by the bucket. Don't start fires you can't put out. Whole lot of wolves when the views go up. Whole lot of snakes when the truth come out. Now you wanna play victim. Shut up. We remember. Now it hurt? Oh, okay. Karma outside. Keep that same energy. Yeah. I done seen people smile and secretly plot. Screenshot conversations, send them round blocks. Do foul business, then run to God. Like heaven don't know what type time they on. Whole personality built off drama. Whole page built off tearing down mamas. Whole crew fake. Everybody gossip, then act confused when life get darker. Nah. You created that storm. Every lie got a price. Every snake get exposed eventually. That's just life. See, the internet made weird people famous. Everybody tough with edits and angles. Everybody gangster behind them captions. Till real pressure finally make them anxious. Now they posting little quotes about peace. After years of being messy for free. You can't stab folks and scream don't bleed. That ain't karma. That's receipts. Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. You was out here moving low and disgusting. Had the same energy, turn disruptive. And your own people ain't even trusting. Don't throw dirt, then hide your hands. Universe spin back, that's God's plan. You made beds in all that chaos. Now lay there and deal with that. Tiptoe. Now they ducking their comments. Funny how bullies get quiet when karma responding. Now it's protect mental health. But where was that energy wrecking everybody else? Quiet, that guilt hit different at night. When the same pain you caused starts showing up in your life. I seen YouTube friendships turn into warfare. Seen fake love disappear when the crowd stares. Seen people build channels off humiliation, then panic once they own name get dragged there. That's the game though, cold world. Everybody wanna spend somebody else's pain go. Views up, morals down. Whole lot of lost souls wearing fake crowns. And I ain't perfect, but I learned one thing. If you keep sending hate out, the hate gon' ring. Back to your phone, back to your home, back to your spirit when you alone. That's why I move careful, watch who I feed. Some folks water drama like plants and weeds, then cry online. Why everybody against me? Girl, you been foul, people just finally seen it. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Quit acting shocked cause the truth got ugly. All that shady energy turned corrupted. Now the same smoke got your whole life flooded. Don't start wars and ask for grace. Can't move dirty, then outrun fate. Life got mirrors for every snake. And karma always know your face. Everybody tough when they hurting people. Different story when the hurt come home. Don't start nothing. Don't make eye contact. I move like truth in a crowded room, unnoticed, until it's too late. Snap, snap. File 1, hypocrisy. File 2, projection. File 3, denial. Let's open the case. Let's open the case. Yeah. Look in the mirror, don't dodge that truth. All that preaching, but your hands stay loose. Talk accountability till it points at you. Then it's silence when the receipts come through. Karma, don't forget no names. Every screenshot still plays the game. You throw dirt, but you stay the same. I just let facts do all the flame. Yeah, I seen the shift when the narrative flip. Same voices loud, but they edited clips. Talking moral high ground with a shaky grip. Why they hide their own past in a broken zip. I don't need opinions, I read between lines. Watch how they switch when the pressure aligns. One day love, next day they sign on a pylon wave just to feel the line. But I came from blocks where the real don't fold, where you stand on truth even when it gets cold. Y'all build on hype, I build on soul. Then watch the whole story unfold. Yeah, I see it. Don't act holy now. Record scratch, click, 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 click. Look in the mirror, don't dodge that truth. All that preaching, but your hands stay loose. Talk accountability till it points at you. Then it's silence when the receipts come through. Karma, don't forget no names. Every screenshot still plays the game. You throw dirt, but you stay the same. I just let facts do all the flame. Now let's talk energy, let's talk intent. How every movement got the angle is spent. One voice sparks it, then the mob gets sent. But nobody asks where the truth really went. Funny how justice only loud when it's safe, but goes real quiet when it's their own case. I don't chase clout, I don't need that space. I let silence expose what they erase. You can't build real or fake outrage. Can't write truth from a scripted page. Karma's patient, don't rush that stage. But when it lands, it clears the cage. File closed. But the mirror still open. Snap. Yeah. Everybody got a version of me. But this is my truth. Everybody got opinions, never ask me who I am. Read one page, close the book, now they think they understand. They call my kindness weakness, my forgiveness being blind. But I just refuse to let this cold world see my shine. I've been stabbed in the back, still I lead with love. Lost a lot of people, still I look above. Smile through the pressure, I survive the rain. Turn my tears into diamonds, turn my losses into gain. Don't mistake my silence for not seeing. Peep every vibe, every switch, every reason. Real power knows when to leave without making a scene. I'm misunderstood, it's alright. God's still writing every line. I'm more than labels, more than pain, more than every rumor attached to my name. If you really wanna know me, walk beside me, not behind me, not around me. Yeah, I'm multifaceted, diamonds got more than one side. Some days I'm the storm, some days I'm the sunrise. I make my own choices, I stand on my own feet. Can't nobody live my purpose or rewrite my dreams. God gave me free will, I'm gonna use mine. If I stumble, I get up Every single time I answer to my conscience in heaven above. Not strangers who mistake my beat for giving up. I won't scream to fit your comfort. I won't dim to feed your ego. If freedom looks different, then let me be different. Still I'm standing, still believing, still becoming. Maybe if we listen before we judge, we discover we all carry invisible scars. So before you decide who somebody is, learn what they survived. The song is for every soul who's ever felt misunderstood. Mm.